Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Camp Hustle 1 here, back with another video. Today, we are going to be talking together with a couple of my buddies. We're going to be talking about Battlefield. We're going to be talking about Halo Infinite. We'll be talking about the new Warzone Pacific map, the Zombies mode. Also, just which games are worth buying at the end of 2021. These games have come out and some of them complete, most of them incomplete, most of them glitchy as hell. But today I'm going to be joined by a couple of my friends, some familiar faces that you've seen on the channel before. And we're going to really delve into these games and let you know our experiences and whether the games are worth buying or not. That's the ultimate goal of this video. If you haven't purchased one of these games, or you haven't played any of them and you're just kind of on the fence and you're trying to decide which one is right for you, then join the stream and we will delve into them, and hopefully we can help you guys out with that. So let me go ahead and start the voice call. See if I can get my friends in here. I know I spoke to Blurwolf earlier. He said he was eating, so he'll probably be joining us later. Colossus, he should be coming. I did speak with Killer Chromie. He will be joining us probably a little bit later. As far as everyone else, I do believe there was a... Well, who was it? There's a new person that's coming on. Well, he said he had to help his mom, so I told him just to, you know, help his mom out, and then if he has time to join us on the conversation. So, but as far as what I can tell you guys, I've played Halo Infinite. I currently have not played Battlefield 2042 or Call of Duty Vanguard. I'm a big Call of Duty player, but when they announced that this Call of Duty was going to be set in World War II, kind of got like World War II vibes from the last Call of Duty. And I ended up purchasing that one at a discounted rate, and it was alright. I wasn't really too crazy about the multiplayer, and the zombies wasn't that good, in my opinion. But, so I held off. I held off on Call of Duty Vanguard, and I just kind of let the first impressions and the reviews come in, and they were not favorable. One of the main reasons for me grabbing the game would have been because of the zombies, and I heard that this is the worst zombies to drop on us. So I'm really not too crazy about where they're going with it. I just saw that the patch notes, they're not going to be giving the players what they want in terms of an Easter egg or more powerful weapons from the Pack-a-Punch. I believe all they're adding really is just like an extra side mission or something. And yeah, a lot of people are not too crazy about that. So let me see. I have my my friends here. Let's see if I can get them in here, see what they're doing. Maybe I can invite them. Maybe I should invite them. Let's see. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a good day. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel, I do play Call of Duty. I'm starting to play a lot more Halo Infinite. I love to play Among Us every once in a while, and I still had to finish up Operation Darkness. So if you guys are wanting to catch up on all of those, I have all of those videos in separate categories on my channel. And if you guys haven't subscribed, please give us a subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and hopefully we can grow the channel, bit by bit. But it's been fun. It's been a good time. I've been working a lot, and I have been doing all I can to make content for you guys, and but I don't want to rush things out unless they're finished. So that's the most important thing. So let's see. Let me see if I can get my friends in here. Let's go to, I think what I'm going to do, I'm trying to do this Discord thing. I guess what we'll do is I'll invite them from this here. So yeah. All right. So yeah, have you guys played the game? Have you if you have all three of the games, I would love to hear any type of comments as far as what you guys think, whether you've stopped playing it or not. I know I do have a couple people on the panel that um, have very strong views about Battlefield, very strong views about Call of Duty, and I can only really give my opinion on Halo Infinite right now. And what I can tell you is that so far, I love it. I do think that the game needs more modes on it. I do know a lot of people are talking about the progression system being very slow and stuff, but that's not really my concern. That I know Halo Infinite is scheduled for it's supposed to be like a decade long Halo game. So I know that they're going to have a lot of time to, fine tune all of the systems in that game and also, work out any bugs or kinks and stuff that are holding the game back. XYZ, how
Hey,
are you, sir?
what's going on? We starting?
Yep, just started. We started at 4 o'clock. So, how you doing today, sir?
Good, chilling, bro. What's going on? Are you live on Twitch?
I'm actually live on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, so
YouTube.
I've tried Twitch, and I don't know if you probably haven't seen my videos on my channel, but me and Colossus we did probably like a 2 hour video on the difference between streaming to Twitch and YouTube, and I
Mm-hmm.
told him that I was gonna dabble in my gaming as far as streaming on YouTube. I'm sorry, on Twitch, but I haven't. Oh well, I tried that with Halo Infinite, and then I realized, oh, my PC can't handle streaming Halo
Oh
Infinite. So
yeah.
it wasn't a good first experience, but um, that's kind of one of the topics that we'll definitely cover as far as what hardware you need to have to run the game smoothly, and
Mhm.
so yeah. Have you spoken to Colossus at all?
Let me see.
Because I sent him an
Maybe I
invite. I think I spoke to Blurwolf earlier. He said he's eating. I think he should be joining us shortly. And
yeah.
yeah, so
I just sending them pod starter right now.
cool, cool. Yeah, so if you just want to introduce yourself to my audience, I just met you, just recently, but we played a couple games. You're a really cool guy, and yeah, if you just want to introduce yourself to my audience so they know what you're all about.
Yeah, I'm Trey. I do a podcast too. I'm not as consistent. I play games. I'm one of the best gamers in history, probably. And
He's got the
yeah.
combat
I mean,
record.
yeah, I mean, I try to shit on noobs. I try to,
hmm
but
hmm
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's the beautiful thing about games. You can be great and still get that drunk death. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we were playing a game. We were playing a couple games actually last night, and yeah, I mean, one thing that I realize is that now that I am sober and playing games, it's very, very different. You know, it,
I'm the opposite. You know me, bro.
it's very well. The thing is, like, there's an amount of stress that comes with being a sober gamer.
Hmm.
And every
Like
little
hard,
defeat and stuff like that. Yeah, you just want to
oh
come back
yeah,
harder. And it's
kills your mood just a little bit, but also gives you that little boost. You
right,
know what I
right. I
mean?
mean, when
You
you
want to
win,
play. Yeah,
it's all good. Everything resets,
yeah.
and yeah,
Resets.
it's a good feeling.
It's
But
those loose streaks that make you like, ah, fuck.
well, that's
But I think it's healthy to have those because it tells you to get off the game.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. Especially when it's like late at night. Three,
Yeah,
four
imagine
o'clock
if
in
you
the morning.
kept winning. Imagine if you kept winning and never lost. That would be. But I always had a theory about that one gamer out there that never got hit, never died,
hmm
and never took a loss. He's out there somewhere,
hmm
but he's very quiet. I know he's a fact because I know in every game there's a way not to take damage, and if there's not, just don't play the game.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right. He's a prodigy, and
He's
yeah.
a prodigy, but he's so quiet and humble. I'm sure he's probably like just a mechanic somewhere.
hmm
Those are where those people resonate. He doesn't want to do anything in the gaming field. He's just really good at games. It's
Yeah,
just a coincidence.
it's just one of his things. Yeah, and
Just one of
he,
his things.
yeah. I mean, one thing that I guess I'll give my audience a brief history because I don't know if they know about this, but yeah, I mean, I started my very first first person shooter was Halo 1. that's where I got
Oh
my
yeah.
start. And you know, it wasn't online. Everything was, you know, couch co-op, and we were, you know, just
Oh
getting
yeah.
friends coming over, you know, having, you
Yeah.
know, smoking, drinking, and just having fun. And it was like it
Yeah.
was the best. You know, I felt like it was the golden age of gaming because, you know, you really got to, you know, just talk trash to the people in the room. It wasn't online, you know, so you
Exactly.
truly felt it. I mean, if you wanted to punch somebody in the shoulder, you could.
Oh,
And
right.
it,
Exactly.
it it
Exactly.
was
It was
good
beautiful.
times, man.
GoldenEye was my shit. Yeah, I had the same experience with
Oh,
GoldenEye.
you know what? I did play a little bit of GoldenEye, and I can't believe I completely didn't even think about that.
Yeah, no one does. Hey, it's a common thing. I don't think about GoldenEye unless I'm really in the stratosphere of the thought. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's actually, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
GoldenEye it's one of those games that I revisited way after I was into like Halo and Call of Duty, and
Oh
I
yeah.
was like, oh my God, how did I ever play with one control stick
Oh
on the
man, we were
N64?
prodigies.
No,
We
like
were
it's
different.
it's crazy how you know what limitations you have and
You don't notice.
what you can deal with. Yeah, you can totally like deal with it, but now it's like trying to go back to that now is just trying to like ride a unicycle. You know, it's like I
You
don't know
know,
how I ever did it.
it only became a limitation when we improved upon it. You know what I mean?
No, it's true.
Back then, it was the only thing we had. It was like probably an advancement, if anything. It was like an advantage. Like
Yeah.
imagine if you only had a keyboard and like those arcade sticks. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
And you
yeah.
could only choose between two. But if you've been using the arcade stick your whole life, you're gonna have people playing like with those Mortal Kombat arcade sticks
Mhm.
on an FPS and bombing on you just because it's the only thing they know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then a controller's gonna come out and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" It's gonna
Right.
be like VR. Like I don't know.
Yeah, you
It's a little too
got
much
to
for
learn
me.
it all over again.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
it's like weird how
I
technology develops.
you just made me think of well, before well, I guess when I over the summer when we were playing well, I guess when the Wii U had first come out, I wouldn't pick that up,
Yeah,
and I had, you know, we were doing Mario Kart Mondays and Smash Mondays. We were basically
yeah.
played those two games every Monday for a solid year. It was me and a couple buddies that I served with at this restaurant, and you know, it
Mhm.
was, you know how servers get, man. We drink, we smoke, and we party and stuff like
Oh
that,
yeah,
and
bro.
we don't really need an occasion, you know. It can just be a Monday, and yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
we got together every Monday, and you know, whether it was at my house, it was mainly at my house, but then like eventually it evolved to going to other friends' houses, and then, you know, it just became it was one of those things that grew the more we did it. And we at one point, I think we had like 30. I think at the 30th MKM, that's what we call it, Mario Kart Monday. We had like, I don't know, like 30 people, and we took a picture. We had cakes, we had like all this
Sheesh.
crazy like party
That's
stuff,
fire.
and it was
That's
awesome,
badass.
dude. But I
That's fucking
remember
badass.
my friend Philip, he could only play Smash Brothers with the nunchuck controller. Like we had
Ah,
it was very weird. Like we called him he called him the handicap, like the wheelchair. Like, dude, you can't
yeah.
play this without the wheelchair. Hey, Colossus, how you doing, sir? Oh,
He's muted.
oh, he's muted. Okay, he should be in here.
But you experienced it firsthand then if
So
you've
guys,
seen that.
Hey, what's
What's
up,
up,
dude?
brother?
I'm just telling about the Mario Kart Mondays that we used to have, where it was, you know, Smash Brothers, and I had my friend. All he could use was the nunchuck controller. He couldn't use the controller. He couldn't use the Pro controller, or even I had the what's it called, the GameCube controllers with the little I guess
Yeah.
connector port thing for the Wii U. I had all that
Mhm.
shit. I had every option you ever needed, and he was like, "No, dude, I just need the I just need the nunchuck, man. I'll be good." And he kicked
Yeah.
ass with that. It was just that was his thing, man. So yeah,
Exactly. I feel like, man, because unless there's a blatant improvement, it's really all up to really like preference. You know what I mean? Because really, even now, with all the controller options we have, it's still up to preference. You know,
hmm,
you can choose whatever the fuck you want to really play your game on with different button inputs, different keyboard styles, et cetera, et cetera. And
absolutely.
it was, and I'm going back into history. I always do this. I always use history references. But it was like that. It was that way in civilizations before civilizations had guns. It was like, you have better bows than me, but these are the only bows we know. So we're gonna still fight you with these. Even if we destroy your army and we have all your equipment, we're
Hmm.
not gonna use it. We're gonna burn it. We're gonna like, I mean,
Right.
give it to the traders so they can trade it or something for civilian weapons or whatever the fuck they did.
Hmm.
But until guns came and it was like, oh no, there's no way we can beat that. We need to have that.
Yeah.
There's no improvement that
Right.
we can make to our bows to be better than that. That's what happened to samurais. Samurais had to stop with the
Mm-hmm.
samurai swords and the bows, because when they got shot, it's like, okay, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
now we see what's better. There's no arguing with this,
Right.
even though this is all we know. We can learn that, you know.
Right. Well, I mean, I
Have to.
guess equating that conversation to gaming, I'm a console gamer at heart. I mean, that's where I came
Yeah,
from. I came to the PC gaming late. Okay, so I'm not playing these first person shooters on keyboard and mouse because it's not that I haven't tried. I've tried and it's so awkward
yeah.
for me. I'm a lefty. I don't know if that means anything. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't have I don't have a
It does.
left-handed keyboard. I don't like have
Yeah,
my mouse on the
you're at a
left side.
disadvantage.
Yeah, it's very awkward for me. And I tried playing Warzone with my mouse and keyboard, and I mean, I even did the what's it called,
God,
the practice mode, and dude, it was just so awkward for me, man. And
man.
you know, I was playing with Killer Crow, and he was just like, man, don't practice while you're in the game with me, man.
Yeah, because your
So
hands are so close together. I can imagine if you're left-handed, because you got your mouse on what, your left side, and
I have my
you
mouse on my
got.
right side. That's just what I'm used
Oh
to. That's what I'm saying.
man,
It's all awkward for me.
yeah. Oh,
So
your aiming is probably shit on mouse, huh?
it is. Well, the thing is, I used to have a it
Mm,
was a it was a Logitech mouse,
yeah,
and or what was
it's a
it?
good
The
thing.
the
Yeah,
G502, and it had that double clicking
Yeah.
thing that fucked it up, whatever. Like it kept right
yeah.
clicking. So I
I
actually
have
had
one
to.
sitting in my closet with that issue.
Yeah, well, it's actually a very popular issue, and I went ahead and put it in the closet. I think I was gonna go ahead and try to sell it or whatever, but
Yeah.
the I ended up getting the MX Master 3, and it's really good for graphic design and stuff. Not too good for gaming. That I
Oh yeah.
found out. As far as like yeah, it's just not as smooth, whatever. But it's very precise when it comes to doing images and stuff. Like the images that's on the screen right now. I don't know if you guys are watching the YouTube, but
Yeah, so I'm looking.
this was all done on with Inkscape with the mouse and stuff. So I mean,
Oh
I
yeah, yeah. It's
absolutely
great.
love this mouse. It's like it's an extension of my body, and maybe I will eventually spring for a gaming mouse. But as of right now, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna be chilling with the controller right now.
it's better to.
Yeah.
I think I would stick to what I'm used to when it comes to mouses, because I know once I taste like a better mouse, I'm probably gonna be bougie about it. You
Mm-hmm.
know. And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm just gonna stick to this stock mouse or whatever I got right here, because it's all I know and it's all I want to know. I
Right.
don't really want to get into the world of mouses and know what's wrong with my mouse and the DPI and why I'm
Mm-hmm.
so slow when I turn. I don't care. I just
Both of
I
you
want to be
After
left
guys,
in the
I
dark.
both of you guys are
after I
mouse.
got the
Oh, go ahead.
after I had the G502, I got the Razer version.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
wireless, right?
No.
Oh, it's
Fuck
wired.
no.
Okay. Yeah, because well, that was another thing. I was shopping for either wired mouses, and because I heard that you don't have to worry about connectivity issues or any type of input lag or anything like that.
Mm.
So, but no, you guys are keyboard and mouse players. I don't know if you guys play controller at all, right?
Well, I started on controller. I was Xbox like for a while,
Okay.
but I don't know. I was playing PC on the side all the time, so
Mm-hmm.
I always had a laptop with like some little, Binding of Isaac and games like that. So I was always,
Like really
hitting.
simple games on Steam,
Yeah.
like I can play. If it's like a 2D side scroller or if it's like Minecraft or something, I can totally do that on the keyboard because it's not that many
Hmm.
buttons. But when you get
Yeah.
into like Call of Duty, where like I don't know how many buttons it uses, but I
A
just
few
it's like
depends.
there's no muscle memory for me.
Yeah, exactly. You got
Yeah.
then. I know.
So
Go ahead.
yeah, I want to answer the question too.
My bad.
um, I started out on console as well, but the reactivity is just not there. I mean,
Mhm.
the way I see it is like if I want to look left with a mouse, I look left. But if I'm turning right and I want to look left on a controller, I have to like travel this distance in
Mhm.
order just to start turning left, and that's so clunky to me now.
Mm.
I hate it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
Yeah.
just it became awkward to me, and it used to be native to me to use a controller, but now it's like, oh, I turn pretty slow compared to. I guess it's because like I started using mouse just because I'm like, oh, I want to be sharp with my shots. So it's kind of like a focus to me. So it makes sense that I'm better on the mouse at
Mm.
shooting than on controller, because I came to the mouse with that intention. Like
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm gonna get this mouse and I'm just gonna get better headshots, etc., etc. Even though I was pretty sturdy on console, but honestly speaking, I was a kid and I don't remember going past gold. But that's pretty good as a kid, because I was probably like the last silver rank on any game, you know,
Mm-hmm.
at most. But as soon as I got on fucking PC, here comes Diamond and whatever the fuck else is up there, ranked battles and such, you know.
Hmm.
K5, he just said, I had no idea you were a lefty. I think I told you this at one time in a chat, or maybe in real life. I told him that I was a lefty, and that's really the thing that's kind of holding me back. Like, I probably could spring for a left-handed, like, mouse and keyboard and stuff, but I feel like it's like I'm already used to this right-handed equipment, so
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna be doomed for controller for right now, at least. Um,
Yeah.
but what was it? There is a kind of a stigma for players that play Halo Infinite. People that I guess play keyboard, they would rather only play with people that have keyboard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
Can
yeah,
you guys go into
that's the
detail
stigma.
about that, because I'm on the other side of the fence?
I mean,
Um,
I mean, I am too. I wouldn't mind, but
so I think it mostly just comes down to the features that are given to console players, primarily aim assist. Like keyboard players fucking hate aim assist, and I've heard someone tell me that like if you plug in a keyboard and mouse to an Xbox, you can get aim assist and mouse aiming and reactivity. And I was like, that's broken as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so they get the aim assist and they kind of just like don't miss their shots. I mean, I know you've heard me complain about it, and I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
they don't miss.
yeah.
And it's because they're even if they're playing on a PC, they may be using a controller. And PC players still get the aim assist on the controller if they're strafing. Um, and it's just like it's like a lock on, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like a large part of the difference between mouse gaming uh, and controller gaming is kind of, and the preference is kind of like how people's brains work. Do they set up and plan for a situation, or do they want to be able to go in and react with speed and precision? Because you're not whipping your fucking head around popping heads most of the time on a controller, right? You're setting up ready for shots
Very true.
um,
Yeah.
in order to prepare the target to be destroyed, or to have your controller set at head level and
Mm-hmm.
ready to hit them, you know?
Yeah.
And if you have aim assist, that preparation comes in handy even better than it normally does. So while PC players want to be able to go in and rely on reflex and precision and training, they also have to deal with console or controller players who get an assist that they don't understand. Like they say, oh, the aim assist isn't that much. And it's like, but you have it.
Right. So you know nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Let's say that's the thing. Like, that's what I needed explained to me, because I feel like I am still not as good as anybody else, on the game. Like, yeah, I have good streaks and stuff like that, and I have, I die a lot at the same time. So it's all the same. It's all relative to me. I don't really see it as like an advantage, because, um, if
well, I feel
yeah.
like when you play like that, you're just learning, and I feel like
Hmm.
at that point you can take gaming. You know, I play very casual. It's been a while since I played hard in a game and like
Hmm.
sweated genuinely, unless my like apartment was hot. But that's just because I rely on what I know already, and I just kind of play games in that zone. I don't try to get uncomfortable, which I
Hmm.
could, and I could learn more. But it's just like I don't, you know. But that being said, when I play against controller players and I know that they have this and that, I just use that as knowledge to plan for how I'm gonna play. Because when I play, you notice I'm a point holder, but I move to the next point, and it looks like I'm moving from point to point. But you notice I walk more than I run, so it's like I play it like I'm playing Halo 3 in a sense,
Hmm.
where I'm like, okay, maybe there's a dude behind around this corner. I'm not gonna run around this like I'm playing Call of Duty. I'm gonna like
Right.
wait for this guy to come around. So in most firefight situations, I get the first shot.
Hmm.
So from that point, if I get the first shot, I'm saying I should be able to kill this person. And if I'm not, it's because I'm a worse player in this position. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And it's usually like a hard reality I got to face for myself, because it's like, bro, I want to be able to kill this guy. I should be able to kill this guy. But if he kills me, he outplayed me.
Hmm.
Even if he has aim assist and yada yada, because I know a better player would have killed this guy. You know what I mean?
No, it's and I think what mainly happens in Halo Infinite, from what I notice, is that there's a lot of 2-on-1s that in
Yeah.
terms of
So
situations. So sometimes there's just nothing you can do about it. I mean, the
I'll be
maps.
prepared for him.
Yeah, I mean, I I will sometimes rush in, but then at the same time, I always like to see where my team is at, so we can like, kind of stay
Yeah.
together. But sometimes the spawns will spawn me. One thing I did notice when I was playing, with us last night is that the game kept spawning me on like far away from you guys. Like you guys would be together, but I'd be spawned way away. Like if you guys were over at A, I'd be over at C. You
Oh
know?
yeah, then I wouldn't approach him then. About ready for him, that's exactly what I mean. I probably have a whole setup before I'm about to approach these guys. I wouldn't rush into them because
Right.
I'd probably just get grenaded to death by everybody on the fucking lobby
Yeah.
because you know how that goes.
I
But
mean, despite all that, I'm still enjoying Halo
yeah,
Infinite. As
exactly.
far as what they've given us so far, I'm enjoying like what we're playing. As far as the ranked playlist and stuff, I do eventually want to see a Slayer playlist, because whenever Slayer does come up, it's like the cherry on top. It's like finally
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about grabbing the ball or the flag or anything like that. We just kill shit.
Exactly.
Which I think that's kind of the sentiments of the majority of the player base on Halo Infinite is, I mean, Halo players in general. They just want to kill shit. And
But not
Yeah.
I.
You can see
I am
it
an
too.
objective gamer.
well, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, I was reading that the reason that 343 wants us to have like the the oddball and the flag and stuff mixed in with the Slayer is because if you were to have those two objective and Slayer playlists separate, the objective playlist would be unhealthy, which it wouldn't be as many players in that because everybody be over in Slayer. So
Yeah.
and I guess they don't want their hard work to go to waste, which I can kind of see that. But I think eventually, as the game, I guess gets more and more development, you should just give the players what they want because people are going to eventually just play what they want.
I think it'll be cool if whenever the Slayer playlist comes out, there needs to be like there just need to be mode specific.
hmm
If you want to play capture the flag, you play capture the flag because like you guys both want to play Slayer more than objective, right?
Honestly,
Or
I,
is it?
I can take either one. Like because I've been forced into
Yeah.
this trio of games and stuff like that. Like I can
Okay.
basically just roll with it. So
Okay, so that actually kind of helps my point because like if say 2/3 of us are like, all right, I want to play a Slayer game, or no, more like if we're all playing Slayer, we're having a good time, but I'm like, hey guys, I actually want to play objective. You'd be like, yeah, but we don't know what objective we're gonna get. What if
right.
we get strongholds and no one's in the mood to play strongholds?
hmm
And I'm like, okay, now the guy who wants to play capture the flag is fucked because he can't be like, let's go play capture the flag, and everyone be like, yeah, let's go play that specific game mode that we're also willing to play.
Yeah, no, they definitely need to split it up like that because, or what was it? If let us do our own custom games, and have it
Yes,
actually
the
work.
custom games,
That's
the crashing.
that was the big thing I wanted to bring up because
Oh,
it's not just you, man. It's frustrating a lot of people, as far as their custom games. Cause
you can't even select it. I made the profiles. I sat there and made 2 game modes, saved them, and then I was like, I came back to Trey and I was like, hey man, let's play this game, test out this game mode with me. I want to see how well it works,
mhm.
and like just great parameters and everything. And as soon as I selected it, like first it like wouldn't let him into the party and stuff, and then I would select the game mode file, and the game would crash.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that's the
Just select it.
typical situation, and it's like it will let you select the map, but it won't let you select the game mode, and vice versa. And yeah, man, honestly, I hope they fix that because um, a lot of people want their custom games. I mean, that was something that was readily available out of the box with the previous Halos, and
Mhm.
this game had a six-year development cycle. I mean, I think they need to get it together because
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think the game is gonna die. There's too many diehard Halo fans out there, so there's always gonna be a player base to play whatever's there.
Mhm.
But they will lose a significant. I mean, they've already lost the PlayStation crowd, for not making it cross-platform to everybody like that. So they did lose a significant player base. But between PC and Xbox, I feel like they don't want to do anything to screw that population up.
Mhm.
So.
So do you think it's enough to defeat Call of Duty once and for all?
Honestly, man, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
skipping this Call of Duty. That's just how I deal with it. I know a lot of people have because of it being World War II, and
Who do
then
I ask too? Yeah.
well, I mean, yeah, but I'm gonna always be a Call of Duty player because the next rumor Call of Duty is Modern Warfare 2, the sequel to 2019, and Modern Warfare 2 have a lot of great memories with the old one. I'll definitely be on that game because I mean I like modern warfare rather than retro warfare. So futuristic warfare I'm okay, but I could take it or leave it. But the modern warfare, that's where it's at for me.
It's because we don't have a long history. They're running out of places to put us.
It's true. We'll be fighting on the moon pretty soon. So.
Like they would make such a big bag if they just made like a Chinese Call of Duty and just did a Chinese point in history and had like a Chinese development team.
Dude.
You know what I mean? And then have it all based in China and let them do it with, you know what I mean, art graphics and blah, blah, blah. And you'd have more options because now you have a whole different point in history, and just not to saturate it, then go to Russia or something next, you know what I mean? And come back to America. Like, bro, like you'd have so much more, you know what I mean, material, and you would have all these different audiences like, oh, they're making one about like our history now. Now you got like everyone in China buying your shit. You know what I mean?
That's a huge market. That's a huge market to target too. I mean,
like, bro, like we're running out. We have nowhere else. Where are you gonna put us? With Al Capone, Call of Duty Mafia? Like, bro, like, there's no Call of Duty Prohibition.
Oh, dude, it would be all the worst guns in Call of Duty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a
Tommy gun.
Oh,
the street sweeper.
What is this, Rust?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
My chat says Vanguard's a mess, 2042's a mess, Halo's less of a mess from what I've seen. China's history, I doubt they'd agree.
Everyone's in a mess. It's just about who's gonna be like the most polished outside of the mess is the point. You know,
so
like, we already established like that. These are all kind of rough.
That definitely brings me to my next point. So Call of Duty is now, they're about to drop the Pacific playlist, I think Pacific Warzone list, whatever, with a couple updates and everything. Couple fixes here and there as far as stability, and there's still ways to bug out of the map. Almost every map there's a way to glitch out of it. And same with Battlefield, as far as glitch inside of buildings and all that stuff. They still have a lot of things to work on. Battlefield
hovercrafts. Oh god, the hovercrafts.
The hovercrafts actually gliding on the side of buildings. Like I've saw I don't know, countless videos of these.
How do you do that?
The what's it called? I guess the capture point is at the top of the building, and you just take a hovercraft up the side. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought Battlefield was like the most realistic out of all of these games.
Yeah, and the buildings don't take damage anymore.
No, they're like rubber.
Company.
Yeah, the planes are just bouncing off of them now, and
that just shows what players aren't impressed by anymore. Honestly,
yeah,
you got to be real about it. I mean, because if they added it in, who's really gonna be impressed? They're just gonna take it for granted.
But people are angry because you can go play Portal with destructible environments.
I know, because you can't impress them, Because if I'm looking at it from both perspectives, I can see it as in the development team of like players aren't really even caring, they just want this and that. These are what the players are talking about. We're gonna have to put in a lot of time and effort to add this into the game, yada yada. You know what I mean? And it's like a lot of budget too. And not saying like they could have put that in there. I'm not saying they could have, but I'm like, what? How much of a difference would it have made? Like they're gonna be mad right now, but once they get used to it, how much of a difference is it gonna make? You know what I mean? Because me, I'm not even in that group. I like exploding buildings. Like that's really a core part of gameplay for me. I'm just talking objectively because I know general populace and general people probably don't care as much as I do.
It's what you've come to expect from a game like Battlefield. Yeah. Battlefield's kind of already set the bar for that, so you can't backtrack on that.
Yeah, I really love like we're just watching buildings fall. If it was up to me, I would like, make the buildings like be able to fall on players or something, or tilt over and like crush them or some shit. But I know we're not there yet.
I think you guys have all seen that crane on the the little tower on top of the building fall on top of the helicopter. That's the antenna. Yeah, I think that's the closest you're gonna get to stuff falling on players.
Yeah, I'm talking about the whole building.
Yeah, people are. Yeah, that's how the China Uprising map was like years ago. A whole building fell down, and it could fall on and kill people.
With it. I'm talking about like making it mechanic. Like if that can happen with that building, make it like accessible throughout the game. You know what I'm saying?
It's a mechanic called Levolution.
Levolution.
Yeah.
And Battlefield is known for it, so that's why people are so upset.
Right.
Yeah, I want Levolution all up in my shit. Everywhere. Put it in Grand Theft Auto and watch how it's gonna blow. Wow.
And are you like a Battlefield fan? Like, are you devoted to the?
I like the mechanics. I don't know about the game itself, but yeah.
See, that's why the people who are devoted to the franchise are so angry.
Yeah.
because as someone who's I guess to use the word outsider to
No, I
the
played Bad Company though. Don't get me wrong. I was just not a fan
no,
while I
no,
was
I'm not
playing it
I'm
though.
not making any statements about you, bro. Like
Oh yeah,
I'm just I'm just saying that
like I was there.
to someone who's not a devotee, like a hardcore fan of the franchise who expects certain things. You know, you're just saying, yeah, I want that all over the place. That's why people are so pissed that it's like hardly in there at all.
Oh,
Hmm.
those are gaming nerds though. You
And
can't impress that group. They're gonna get mad about something.
yeah, but they're like the the core
They're the
audience.
ones that are gonna pay for the
I don't know if it's the core
big
audience. If you're gonna say
edition.
it now, I think they used to be the core audience. I think they're old fans of the industry. I feel like the core audience is just gamers in general at this point.
You
But
think
that's
you
why
think it's a mixture of a
that's why
new
they put
generation too?
yeah, that's why they put the sprinting in Halo. Because
Hmm.
old
I think
generations probably wouldn't give a fuck about sprinting in Halo, but
I
it's
think
slow
I
as
think
fuck to new
that's
people. You know?
I
Hmm.
think that's their current intended audience as a company, yeah, but like I'm just saying that's the group that will be the most upset.
Yeah,
And
of
it's the
course,
ones
because they're
that
on Reddit.
they need to please because they're also going to be the loudest. And they're not on Reddit, they're everywhere.
Yeah, I mean they're on
Yeah.
YouTube, they're on Twitter. I mean everybody's making
But
videos.
did you see all of the videos that Camp sent us like
Yeah.
about people just
Dude, there
furious?
were
Like
so
there's
many
more than
more.
just the vocal
There were
people.
so
Yeah,
many
but
more,
they got
man.
that about all the games, bro. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't really matter.
Not
who
like
plays.
this.
You can't impress them.
Yeah,
Like
this
this,
I,
yes,
I
Cyberpunk.
I
Are
would
you kidding
say
me?
I would say that this current group of games is probably caused a lot more controversy than in the past. You know, I've seen games that
Mm,
have yeah they've been
skipping over
hated.
Cyberpunk.
Well, jeez,
Cyberpunk's part of it.
Cyberpunk is still part of that group of games that came out that was like rushed that should have been put off. You know, I
No,
feel like
and
if you were to give this game maybe any of these games like another year development cycle, it'd probably be a whole lot different. We probably wouldn't be even
Mhm.
talking about the stuff we're talking about now.
maybe,
Yep.
maybe I don't know, because people are still gonna expect things. You can't impress everybody still.
Well, that's
Because like
true.
even a mechanic
Yeah.
you didn't think about, the audience is gonna be like, "Well, I wish this was in here," and someone's
But
gonna
it's
agree with
but
that
it's
guy.
but it's
You
easy
know?
to think about because it's seen as essential to the experience.
Mhm.
Like it's part of the Battlefield experience.
Like I'm agree. I told
So
you, I
they're not
like
just
the foreign
upset, they feel
buildings.
betrayed. And there's a difference between like, oh, I'm mad that this game didn't come out I was so hyped, and something that has several games, unlike Cyberpunk 2077, which is a standalone game. This is part of a franchise that has been stepping further and further back from who they are from the eyes of the fans. And I know like fans are just some people, but like there's so many people this game appeals to, and not only the people who are fans of the game and the game's popular mechanics, but also just having a properly functioning game.
A lot of the core
But to get back,
development
like I don't
team
know how they can feel betrayed since they were working on the game anyway. I don't think they were working on the game to say "fuck you." You know what I mean?
more
Wait,
than a
I
hundred
don't feel like any developer does that.
more than
You know?
I'm
100
talking about
of
the
the
players.
yeah no more than 100 of the development team from DICE have left the studio before this game came out. So you're dealing with a whole new team that's working on this that are new bloods. You know, they're not carrying over the previous ideas from past games because they have so much new blood in there now. It's like
Mhm.
that's why they're like, hey, we need to be more modern. We need to put operators in there so we can have a monetization system, and you know, we need to. It doesn't need to take itself so seriously. When I mean, I feel like that's a misstep. You know, because Battlefield,
Yeah.
from what I remember, is a very serious game, and you know that's kind of what was that was its brand back then. You know, it's like if you want to truly feel immersed in battle, you go play Battlefield. You know,
Mhm.
and it wasn't joking around. It wasn't all these little quips and stuff like that. I mean, I feel like that's the Apex. Not really Apex, but that's the Fortnite syndrome. I feel
You
like.
know,
Yeah.
what was one of the major reasons I used to play Battlefield? And this, I feel like this is a marker of the times changing. I wanted to play a game with bullet drop.
Oh yeah, a little bit more realism. Yeah.
Yeah, that's mostly it. It was the
Hmm.
bullet drop. I was
Hmm.
like, the bullets act the way they're supposed to act. It's
Yeah.
people miss me if they're far away. It makes sense.
Right. You got Call of Duty with the laser targeting. You know, I think they had that one mission in Call of Duty 4 where the sniper bullet dropped. You actually had to lead your target, but everything else was all laser targeted. So
Yep.
yeah. One thing I did want to, I guess, Killer Chromie, he was telling me that he paid for the premium edition of Battlefield, and he has not played it. anymore. Like he was playing it for like the first couple days and stuff, and he streamed it and everything like that. But he was getting so frustrated with the weapon bloom. You know, like his shit. He was telling me that he was shooting to like a group of like 5 to 6 guys, just all bunched up, and it wouldn't kill anybody. And it was like, dude, that's pretty annoying. He's like, no, just imagine that happening all game, and it's something that they need to work on and fix. And he put the game down. He's back on Warzone because he's like I don't have time for this. You know, like I'm trying to have fun and I'm just being frustrated this whole time. So
Yeah, and just a funny like mechanics versus like realism thing. Um, like it's funny that you know they might be able to justify having so much recoil you can't hit anything. But I just watched like a video of a firearms expert talking about Halo weapons, and he was talking about the dual SMGs from back in the day, and they have a ton of recoil, like they push your aim up into the ceiling. And he was like, if you're a 7 foot tall super soldier, you should not be experiencing any recoil. You can hold the gun still.
yeah,
And then I was like, oh, the same is true for a fucking regular soldier. You know, he's going to experience more than a Spartan would, but you know, like he can hold a gun steady when he's firing it. You
yeah.
know, it's
No, very very true. It's why that whole thing about the Spartan. Yeah, you'll have the leverage and just the depth of field at that height. Yeah, I mean it's. I think that's one thing about Halo that I enjoy so much is that it does feel like the original. You know, not Halo 1, but like Halo 2 and 3. It feels like a spiritual successor to those games in terms of like it does feel a little bit faster, you know, because they have the running and stuff like that, and the sliding. It does feel like a faster game, but as far as the gameplay, I feel like I'm getting a little bit nostalgic and stuff for the old Halos when I play it. You know, it feels good.
the core is definitely there.
Yeah. And that's why I'm so like excited for what's to come, because they can only add on to it. And you know, if I'm sure that if anybody voices out and says, hey, you know, go this way, you know, don't go this way, whatever, I'm sure that they'll take all of that stuff into account, you know, if everybody's saying it. And but so far, I mean, I've heard maybe a few people say, yeah, you need more modes in Halo. You need more. Who cares about the slow progression? You guys just need to make sure that you make the game. You give the players what they want in terms of, you know, the Forge mode. That's going to be like 9 months off, dude. I mean, you can go have a baby in that time. That's a long time to wait.
And you won't have time to play Forge if you have a baby. You just forged a baby.
You forged.
You've been playing Forge for 9 months.
That if you have yeah, I feel like they have a theater mode, they have this stuff. I mean, a lot of the stuff, you know, we're used to having right out the box. And I feel like the modern game developers, they're putting out a third of the game. They're putting out a third of it. They're selling you at full price, and they're selling you on a promise. You know, I think me and we were talking about this last night, me and Tay, because it was like, I mean, I don't want to spend any money on Halo right now. I want to wait until the game is a little bit more fleshed out. You know, I want to. If I see that SWAT is an option, I'll be okay. Maybe it's time for you guys to take my money. Because it hasn't gotten to that point yet. So as of right now, I'm just gonna have fun with what you know, what they provided me. So
Yeah.
The game feels like an amalgamation of like FPS-esque games with a very heavy Halo influence plus the lore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah,
You know what blows my mind? Is this is happening a lot with games lately? Is like the basic most fundamental things not working at all. Like matchmaking. You know, in Battlefield, there's issues with staying in your own squad apparently. Getting spawned away from your squad, being able to like zoom in on a map. Um, you know, like the selecting a mode in Halo and the game crashing.
hmm
The I really don't know as much about Vanguard. I just don't care
I
about
don't think anyone's
Vanguard.
gonna play that, honestly.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be real about this whole conversation, Vanguard's gonna be a very weak link in this conversation, honestly.
Yeah.
Well,
I just want to talk about Halo and Battlefield, honestly.
well, that's the thing. I mean, a lot of people are saying that, hey, if you don't like this Call of Duty, you can just wait a year, because that's just kind of that's the way things go with Halo with Call of Duty.
It's the time period too. I think that's the main thing. I'm
Mhm.
still gonna go back to that. They're
It's
running
pretty
out of time
cringe.
periods. Yeah,
It's
like
I think it's a little cringe too.
because
Like,
like it gives you a familiarity where it's like, haven't we been here before? We've been here before, right?
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, we've been here multiple
like
times.
like I think we've been here in zombies too. Like, like
Yeah.
it's a lot, bro. And it's just like, yeah, I'll wait another year, but at this point, it's losing its steam and consistency and
Mhm.
its role.
Well, what I've heard is that it's on the Modern Warfare 3 or Modern Warfare 2019 engine. So if you get it, if you like that game, it plays just like that. But as far as the guns and stuff like that, it just, I don't know, man.
it
No
has
reason
World at
for
War
it.
maps and shit too, says my
Pretty a
chat.
downgrade. Who wants to shoot those guns anymore?
Well,
Broken.
that's the thing. They say that they have unrealistic sights and all these attachments and stuff that is completely unrealistic. But from a gameplay perspective, you have to put in time with these guns, whatever. And once you reach like level 30, then everything kind of becomes overpowered. Whereas the starting guns they give you, the STG, the combat shotgun, and the it's the PP like 7 or it's like a submachine gun or whatever. It's basically like those are the guns that everybody's using. So I mean, it doesn't matter what game mode you're playing. You could everybody's using the same guns.
I was just saying this to my partner yesterday, and I was like, the thing about history is that the people with the superior weapons won. So if we're placing two armies against each other and one of them's got the superior weapon that won the war, you can only do so much balancing
Mhm.
in video game stuff to like, yeah, it's like this was a dominating machine.
All fantasy.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
sure. We're gonna win with these muskets, whatever. This is
Yeah.
like Tab G or some shit.
Like, okay, your Browning machine gun can't fucking hit anything like from
Mhm.
Like,
30
wow,
feet
yeah.
away.
I doubt that would be effective after like 30 seconds of shooting. You're just gonna be all over the place.
Mhm.
Oh, Kyle brings up a good point along the lines of my World War II is cringe, and he says, "Give me the mustard gas kill streak."
Just fucking toss mustard gas into rooms and shit.
Yeah. No,
Dude, that's so terrible.
I mean, I'll say one thing on
that
Call of
worked.
Duty, and then we can move on to the other games. Is that I feel like this game was probably the most, I guess, PR friendly. Like they were trying to, I guess, please like minorities and women and stuff, and just be more about being like diversity rather than being realistic.
Yeah.
There was no, I guess there was no actual British soldier on that squad. Like Arthur, the I guess the guy that was from Cameroon. He studied at Oxford, whatever, and he trained with the British Special Forces and stuff. So you can kind of count him as a British, soldier. But he, they made sure to not have an actual British soldier in the game when when you look back in history, the British, they were in World War II. That was
And
like
they don't like to show any fucking Canadians either.
it was, yeah.
So they're
Forget the
like
Canadians.
Forget the
so they're
Canadians.
just historically accurate rather than PR friendly.
It was, well,
Yeah.
I mean, they wanted to make sure that they had.
Because that only makes sense. I mean, if there was a British guy, it'd just be inaccurate. Then it would just be like a, what I mean, discrepancy.
But there were British guys, but there were other groups that like wouldn't have been there as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Why are there no British guys then? That's where I'm lost.
well, that's
So it would be like that.
it was a kind of a direction to just, I guess,
Well,
prop
you're
up.
saying there. Just for quick clarification, you're saying there is a British person where there shouldn't be, or
No,
that
there's no British people on the team. The guy that is I guess one of the main characters of Vanguard, he's from Cameroon, but he was rich, and he studied at Oxford, and then he joined the British forces. So he's not actually British. Whereas,
How would you know?
What's that?
Like, how would you know? Would you like walk up to the NPC and be like, "Hello, governor"? And then you'd be like,
story.
No, I mean, I was gonna say everybody has a bio in these games. But no, but yeah, so it's one of those things that they purposely did that, and it's I don't know, man. I really want to. I don't know if you guys watched that one video about how it was. It's World War woke, and it's trying to be more, I guess, PR friendly. And
It's a
I
war
don't think I
game.
got to that one yet.
yeah, basically any straight white male that was in the game was getting killed or being saved. And of course they make the female sniper, whatever, the badass that actually saves the guys at one point, and all this stuff. I mean, that's all good and fine. I'm fine with like inclusivity and stuff, but at the same time, um, there is I don't want to be I don't want anybody to get me wrong about this. I think it's fine. I more focus on like the actual gameplay and how the game plays and stuff, and not and the bugs and everything like that. I don't really care too much about the social commentary about it.
Oh yeah, no one gives a fuck. You can always
Right.
gotta
Yeah.
say it. No
Right.
one does.
So
No one gives a
Right.
damn.
The social commentary and,
So
and people getting offended, because I mean there was a large group of people that were offended, saying that
Weird.
I'm like, dude, I even played the game. I mean, it's a buggy mess anyway.
How am I gonna know
You
it's
should
their
hate
British unless they're like, oh,
I,
yeah, I've been shot,
you,
mate.
you should hate it for
I
for
have
for an actual reason instead of like a reason that doesn't even involve the gameplay.
I have no idea to know
I
how
have
they're British. That's so weird.
I
Mhm.
have 2 points about this. One is about the gas thing again. I just realized that why gas is okay in like a lot of other games is because it's not a historical gas that killed people. It's a fictional gas that's made up for the purposes of a game. Second is more on topic. And that's that like the whole point of representation, right, is to see yourself or your group in something.
Mhm.
Who the fuck wants to see their group represented fighting in World War II?
Uh,
Who wants to add themselves to that?
yeah,
Right.
that's I guess that's
It's
the
unnecessary.
well that was the I guess the game design. That's what they were going for, and you know I know I said that was the last thing I'll talk about, but the game was it was more cinematic. It had more cutscenes, and it had a guy that they brought on that was actual film director and stuff to actually kind of you know be partnered with the team. And yeah, I mean, if you I don't know if you played through the campaign, but the majority of it is a lot of just cutscenes. Like you play a little bit of section and stuff, and then you see like this awesome battle, and you're like, oh, I'd like to be part of that, but it's more of a just a cutscene. And you have to sit and watch.
Oh,
You're doing a lot of
Yeah,
watching
get to
in
run
in the
through
in the
it.
being
game.
cucked.
Yes,
Being cucked.
you're like, wow, look at all this work that went into this game that I don't get to participate in.
I hate when like in games you see like everything your character is gonna be able to do, like all the powers and shit, boom,
Mhm.
and there's like, here's this stick. I want you to go knock that guy out. Like,
Right?
can I hit him with a fireball? Nah, just press the X button and hit him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Smack him, dude. What are you waiting for? He's
Just
getting
pop him.
closer.
He only got one heart. Just hit him. He's gonna die. Hit him. This is your level 1. You got to do this. You're gonna grow from this one day.
As,
Want to be a flame slinging, lightning hurling maniac?
Yeah, you're gonna be able
Hit
to
that
fly
thing.
soon. But yeah, here's a bike. Just go ride miles away from here. And
Yeah.
talk to this guy. You
no,
gotta tell him to come back, and I'll give you a plane or something.
I
You're gonna
mean,
tame 2-story tall monsters, but first you gotta catch this electric rat in the bushes.
And you still gotta use the stick if you want 3 gold stars.
You gotta beat the Pokemon to submission.
If you want 3 gold stars, keep the stick. I don't give a fuck about that the iron sword in your inventory. Use the stick.
you guys aren't zombies players, right? I think
No.
I'm the only one
Yeah,
in
I
this
play
group.
zombies.
Okay. So
That's the only reason why I got Cold War. They
Okay.
wouldn't have a chance otherwise.
yeah, I mean, I played a lot of Cold War. I got a lot of I got a lot of the videos on my channel and stuff. But as far as this new zombies mode, on the Duranfang, I think that's the name of it. It does not have a wonder weapon. There is no Easter egg.
No, that's not good.
There is what's it called no wall buys.
Oh no, what? What is it? Iron Man or something? Is it supposed to be like a hardcore map or something?
It's very different, man. Like they completely went in a different direction. You can't pause the game. What else? Can't apply ammo mods to like your pack a punch like you did in Cold War. There's no split screen, so no couch co-op. The biggest thing for me is being able to pause the game. You can't pause the game. You really got to like. You have to what's it called 8-bit NES it.
Leave it on.
Just leave it on, man, and just I guess switch it with
Stand
your
somewhere.
with your brother or friend or something, because yeah, the game is never ending. And
That's
I
awkward.
did read though that they were going to imply a pause in the latest patch. So
They need to. What the
they
fuck?
should have had that from the get go, man.
Let me pause. I gotta
Pause.
pee. I gotta piss. I
No,
gotta take a
just
shit.
just go where you sit, man.
It's all like level round 20. Oh, let me pause.
Nope.
Piss in a bottle, man. We're bringing
Like,
the
whoa.
Amazon ethos to everything. All right, it's time to update.
My house is on fire. Nope, gotta keep the game going. Finish this
Why
round real
are
quick,
you
my boy.
not pissing in bottles right now?
Like, what the? Are you gonna? Did you buy me to play me, or did you buy me to watch you pee? Like, that doesn't make sense. Call of Duty.
They'll sell you the perk bottles where you can pee in them, and that will be
Yeah.
that'll be another
can
way to
pre-order
monetize.
them.
You can
What
pre-order
have you seen like? What have you seen like you fucking drank a perk bottle and then it just adds a bottle to your inventory description. Use it when you need it.
it.
You'll know when the time comes.
Exactly.
You'll know when the time comes. Why I got 4 bottles in my inventory? But you'll be
Oh,
here for a while.
Piss bottle added to inventory.
Yeah, then you can throw it at me.
I have
Bro,
I
that'd
have
be
a
like-
I have a buddy
And it's
that
flammable for some reason.
he-
It makes a Molotov.
he plays zombies like religiously, and when the new Vanguard zombies came out, he's one of those guys. He goes for like round 100 and first room, no doors kind of deal, and he's pretty good. Like he'll stay alive. He'll talk on stream. He's very 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 good at what he does. He played Duranfong for probably like 3 or 4 videos, and he went right back to Cold War. He's like,
Yep.
fuck this, dude. And I asked him on stream, I was like, dude, how's the game, man? Is it worth buying? He's like, absolutely not. I can't recommend it at this stage. Right now, it's not fun. If you put, I think, what was it, to kill a zombie, usually you can get maybe like 50 points, whatever. You get 30 points for killing a zombie. That's killing it all the way dead. So no, and I guess they changed the whole point system in that game, so it's really tough to really do anything.
Infinite.
Yeah.
With this shitty progression, are we becoming wage slaves for experience?
Yo, I think we're the ones that are in the wrong timeline, man.
Yeah. I'm
Like,
like,
this is
We live too long, dude. We should have been.
Fucking 5, not even 6 years ago. I shit you not. 6 years ago, I could earn whatever armor I wanted just by getting a certain amount of headshots and completing some challenges.
Very true.
Now,
things are getting weird.
fast forward 6 years later, I just bought a battle pass, and I gotta wait until I'm like, not rank, level
Mhm.
67 to get the helmet I want.
Mhm.
Times have changed.
Mine is a lot higher. I think mine's like in the 90s, which I'm just like, okay, well, that's never happening.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Not at this
I
rate.
wish, like, just tell me I gotta log on. Like, at worst, I gotta just be logged in on a certain day and do this certain thing so I can get a certain helmet. Like,
Mhm.
at worst, just do that to me, man. It'll
Mhm.
still piss me off if I don't get it,
Right.
but it'll feel better than having to dig in my real life pocket, my actual real life living pocket,
Mhm.
and pull out money to give to you.
Mhm.
That's like,
Like, do
It's
they
like I'm
know
done.
that there's like a housing shortage?
yeah, bro. Like,
Like-
what the fuck? I'm homeless now just because I wanted a skin.
Yeah.
Just because you wanted to color the skin, you wanted to color
A
it.
skin that shouldn't have cost anything. Like, you should
I
have just
used
been
to
able
be-
to unlock it.
It's like,
Yeah.
this used to all be free, right? We're
It
going
used
back
to.
in time. If Halo 3 came out after Halo Infinite, it would kind of have some ground to stand on, honestly.
What if
you think about it.
yeah, what if they're like
Cyberpunk came out and we started living in it.
yeah,
exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Everything
Bugs
started going
included.
cyberpunk.
bugs
Exactly.
included.
Everything went cyberpunk, bro.
Yeah.
It glitched the world.
Well, that's the
Ugh.
thing. Like I've seen videos of people playing the big team battle on Halo and then watching the trees not being all the way, I guess, rendered in. And then
Uh-huh.
like tanks flying and then and stuff like that. And then
That kind of be badass. I wish I was in that.
and then watching like in Battlefield how the faces they go through like 3 phases of loading in. It's like,
Yeah, no.
it's
They'll
sometimes
have-
yeah, go ahead.
They'll have the bread lines, and there'll be like gamers and everybody else.
long ass line of gamers.
Mhm.
Yeah, they get less bread because they're like, you did this to yourself.
This is
Right.
Justin. Gamers have just surpassed the amount of starving people past Africa. Amazing.
Gamers
After
are
the
now the
release
most
of-
targeted group in the world.
After the release of a game, Halo Infinite, gamers have been going broke.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
They
just
get a
lost
little
my
bit of
house
money.
the other day. I just wanted to
They
buy a
get-
skin.
Right.
They get a little bit of money, and they just like someone walks up to them with like a flashcard, and they're like, "Hey, there's a game on here. Oh, cool. Can I play it?" And they're like, "Yeah, if you
Yes.
give me your money."
It's like,
they
yeah, it's
get it, and
free.
it's not even a real flash card. It's just a shell of one, and they're like, no.
There needs,
Ah!
there needs to be a skit where someone gives you like the best game ever, but you have to look like a toad unless you want to pay to look like something else. It's like, yeah, the game's free, isn't it great? Yeah, this is awesome. I like. How do I get like armor? Well, you can turn green if you just turn level 2. It's like, cool. Now I got green. How do I become like a kangaroo or something?
You got $10.
$20.
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah.
But
It,
this
it,
is
it
a
gets
good game.
increasing more and more the more things that you want, but it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
the guy gives you the empty flash drive where you're like, but you're trained in your mind, you're like, well, maybe they'll update it.
Yeah, I think they will. But if they don't,
Maybe he'll
I know
come
what
back.
timeline I'm in. If these
Yeah.
games come out the way that I think they will, I'm just not gonna say nothing else for the rest of the games that come out. If they're shit, I'm just letting it be.
Mm.
Yeah.
Period. You know, I'll be like,
It's
oh,
wild.
that release.
It's wild that they can like get by on such a scale with like not even most of a game
Yeah.
again and again. Like not even most of the content that's going to be in it. Not even half. Like you said, a third.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. People are gonna buy it on day one, regardless. You know, they're like, "Look, I'm gonna
Yeah,
get on the
gotta
ground
grab some
floor.
water.
I'm gonna get good. I'm gonna have like the highest level by the time the majority of the player base gets here." It's all freaking rush, man. And yeah, I mean, honestly, as long as we continue to give them our money, they will continue to screw us like that.
Yeah, that was exactly the point. It doesn't matter. As soon as you buy the game, your opinion is pretty much invalidated.
Mm-hmm.
Unless
mean,
you refund it or you're not buying it and you're the majority that they can't reach, whatever you say, they're gonna be like, well, as long as you keep your money with us, bro. Like,
right?
shit.
Yeah, I mean
And
that's
that's not the developers. That being said, it's the team behind them, like the team that needs the finance. You know.
right. I mean, I think these development teams, whatever they have, maybe Halo has they said they have a 10-year plan for this game. I'm not sure the development cycle for or how many seasons are going to go for Call of Duty. Typically, it's like 6, and then with Battlefield, that could probably go for probably about the same amount too. They're going to have to really step on it and like not wait for every season to patch stuff. They need to patch stuff in between, and just as soon as they can, and just have it as an ongoing thing. And that's one thing that my one of my friends that's supposed to be in this call, he's told me he had to step away for a moment. But he said that they are slowly but surely fixing Battlefield. They're slowly. It's not as bad as it was when it first launched. He said as far as like the crashing and the stability and stuff like that, it's a lot less frequent. He says it still happens, but it doesn't happen as often. And then as far as the people complaining about the clipping and the glitching and stuff like that, he's like, yeah, it still goes on. Who knows? Who knows when he's just waiting on that part getting fixed.
Yeah.
Shit.
So I mean, Blurwolf said he'll be coming in soon. I told him he needs to join the Sierra chat. Give me 1 second. Voice. There we go. So I'm not sure what Blurwolf has done as far as these 3 games. I'm sure he'll be able to offer some type of thing about it. I did want to. Killer Crow should be coming in because I spoke to him earlier while he was on stream, and he definitely wants to give his thoughts on Battlefield because, man, I would say he's probably the most passionate out of all of us in terms of that game because he is a Battlefield fan at the core, like more than Call of Duty, more than Halo. Like that was his game, and for him to see it like this, it's just like what you say all the time. Just look what they did to my boy, man. Like, look what they did to me. Man. They fucking butchered him, man.
My boy.
But
Real, bro.
no,
They
I mean,
fucked him up.
yeah, I mean, that's I think that's probably the most disappointing thing at the end of the day because you buy into this stuff with the expectations, and then for your expectations to be so like destroyed, like, and then you start backtracking. You say, okay, well, I'll just wait on this, and then you're like, oh fuck, well, I'm just gonna wait on this, and then you're just like,
because you like these games at their core, and it's just like,
yeah,
fuck.
you're like
Can't defend them.
at one point, yeah, you got to stop defending it, stop making excuses for it, and just kind of accept it for what it is.
Too.
You know?
Like, you were there for me when I was a kid, but
Right.
Technically, Bungie was though. This is different. But
When did we start pre-ordering games? Was that around like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2?
Grand Theft Auto 6, Grand Theft Auto 5 was like one of the first big games that was like pre-orderable. I think before that it was still available for games though.
It was Call of
You know,
Duty for me. Call of Duty for me.
Halo
Yeah.
was Halo was always a pre-orderable game though, but I know pre-ordering was like a big thing after like Grand Theft Auto because they were like, yeah, if you pre-order, you can get online with this much credits. Like we'll give you like
Yeah.
5,000 online credits if you pre-order.
I would definitely say probably
remember
Halo
sometime.
3 was probably the first game I pre-ordered.
I had an amazing collector's edition. I remember
13.
that
Mhm.
collector's edition looked flawless. I was so mad I couldn't get it.
I had
You
the
could get it-
steel
you coulda
box
got
of Halo
the-
3. The steel
You could have
container.
got the Master Chief collection. I mean the Master Chief helmet
Mhm.
with the collector's edition. It was so bad.
My
Couldn't
head
wear it.
was too big for that. I already knew it.
It's like yeah, Halloween on the way, but my mom wouldn't buy it, so I was like, no, Halloween not on the way.
But then no, you could walk into GameStop and you could see just the helmet that they would sell it, and they'd sell it at like some ridiculous price, like $150. You're like,
You know, boy didn't have a card back then. I wasn't going to GameStop like that.
yeah.
Yeah, I wish.
Boy, man,
Now,
yeah, it's crazy when you walk into GameStop now, man. It's mainly figurines and Pokemon cards and
Oh,
Pops
man,
figures and
yeah.
stuff. It's a lot more
Feels like
merch
a-
than actual games now.
it's how those stores in the mall was when I was a kid.
KB
basically. It's like all
Toys,
these-
yeah.
trinkets.
Yeah,
and
man.
shit. Like a lot of Mario sometimes.
Oh yeah, man.
'Cause
Eh,
Nintendo got them bags on GameStop. I'm telling you, there's a deal somewhere.
Oh yeah.
They're everywhere.
Video game pre-orders started in the 90s, but that was when games were in cartridges and you had to. There wasn't like an infrastructure for updating the game.
No, they always had them. Yeah, I was talking about. I thought y'all were talking about when they
Like,
got
personally.
big, like when people were all like, "Oh, let's do it."
I mean, the mid-like
No,
releases.
I'm talking specifically about when pre-orders
began.
for digital copies of games
Oh,
that
digital.
get updated.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's very different. I'm talking about
Did
physical.
Did they have like if you ordered that far like that, like if you pre-ordered back then, did you get like an incentive or like some kind of bonus?
No, you just got the game, but you got the whole game.
Did it cost like less before if you pre-ordered?
Oh
it,
no,
or
not
was
at
it,
all, dude.
Mhm.
You
I'm
just
just
basically
looking at the
reserved
response
you
for the
reserved your
Quora
spot.
article.
That's all it was.
Oh, so there was like no reason
Yeah.
to do it. Yeah.
Well,
No,
but
there's
it was
a
sell
reason
out quick.
because
It was
they-
sell out
yeah.
quick. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and you don't want to produce more cartridges too.
Because
Than...
I remember I did that. I sold out the Ed and Eddie game. I was one of the last people to get it. Fuck you guys. Not you guys, but like the people that wanted the game.
Oh
I
yeah.
can think of a few times I was the last person to get a game. They're like,
was
"Here's
so
the last
good.
one," and I was like, "Seriously?"
And they never come back to the store, and you're like, "Yep, history was made the day I bought that game. Should have kept it." Because I didn't see a single. It's almost like a creepy pasta in my brain now. Because I can't find it anywhere.
I feel that way about Concept Saga because I have that game and you can't find it now. You can only find it online. Like as
Ooh,
far
doesn't it feel good?
yeah, like I actually have a physical. And you know what? I used to have a physical copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and then I ended
Ooh.
up trading that in, and now I have it digitally on my Xbox, so I can play that anytime I want. But yeah, that's a well sought after game. Very fucking expensive now.
I think I did too. I have a very vague memory of a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 like container or whatever the
Mhm.
case.
Mm-hmm.
Very vague. But like when I was a kid, my mom lost everything in storage, so I probably lost it.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
The,
Pokemon cards and everything.
The what's it called? People are selling just the case to Marvel vs. Capcom for like $50, dude. It's crazy.
I
it's
would
like,
have
wow.
had $50. No, I probably would've held on to
Just
it
for the
a little
case, no game. I'm like, that's
more. Yeah, I would
stupid.
have been like, 50 now.
Hey, you know, if you didn't buy Battlefield 2042, you'd still have that $50.
Yeah, man. That's one thing that I'm probably gonna skip. I'm definitely gonna skip Battlefield. I'm gonna skip Call of Duty this year.
All except for Halo because it's free.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. If Halo, like I said, man, once they put more
They want-
content out for it, then I wouldn't have a problem,
Let me
getting the
be
full
real.
game.
Let's be real. I've never really seen a campaign this hype before. You know what I mean? It's like multiplayer is usually hyped,
Hmm.
and then campaign is released. But Halo is doing some shit, and it's like
They're doing it
oh,
backwards
we're
this
gonna
time.
We're gonna
Yeah.
give you the multiplayer, but the campaign is gonna be sick. Like, oh, you better hit me then, because
Right.
it's almost like you got these people on YouTube and shit like hyping you up, but I want to see it as a fucking player because this
Mhm.
is unorthodox as fuck. And
It's
I'm not
true.
listening to any of the reviewers like, yeah, the campaign's amazing.
Yeah,
Sure, okay. How much money they pay you? I don't know. You're not gonna tell me
exactly.
because I know they're paying.
You
these
got to
people- 'cause it's
filter.
not-
You got to filter through the
Yeah.
shills because there are people that are
Exactly.
definitely paid for all these games, all Battlefield and Call of Duty. They're
gotta-
all shilling for it.
If they
You
get
gotta
the
have
campaign,
your shelter on.
if
Yeah,
they
shelter.
have the campaign before it's released, I'm not listening to you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That was the only redeeming quality of Call of Duty. they said that the campaign was the story was great, whatever. But then at the same time,
and it was
yeah.
it was decent. It was experimental, but I'm not gonna let that be a selling point. It's a campaign.
Right.
That's how I see it.
The
Like, I know there's
longevity is in the
different perspectives, but
multiplayer. You know, the
exactly,
campaign's
'cause I'm a
gonna
finish.
it has an ending to it, but the multiplayer is endless.
Like, where you're gonna tell me I can unlock armor pieces for Master Chief and travel the world and do side quests and shit? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, if they
Like,
do,
actually walk around on a Halo at your own will.
I would kind of be excited.
if
but
they
I
did an
doubt that's
open
the
world,
case.
that would be cool. But
Bro, that'd be funny, kind of.
but you
It
know,
is.
I wouldn't be
That's what it
opposed
is.
to like a campaign mission that would be like for future DLC. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
If it's an open world campaign, it'll kind of be cool, but I can see that getting old unless it's a really hit in the mouth open world. You know what I mean?
It's an open world campaign.
Can you travel like to different areas on the Halo
Yeah.
ring, or is it just like
But-
a Skyrim type map layout where you're just in like this area as Master
It's
Chief?
literally like outposts. You know, you're taking out outposts and you know you're encountering
it's-
enemies on the way and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
Oh.
what I read was that they focused on quality over quantity. So you're not going to have a shitload of mind-numbing repetitive tasks. You might have a little bit of repetitiveness, but they say it's mostly fresh the whole time.
What about empty space? Would it be like Fallout where I'm just kind of walking sometimes? There's nothing wrong with Fallout, by the way.
Or
but
like
there are those
Battlefield
times
where you're
where
running
walking,
sometimes.
or you're just running sometimes. Where they give me a
Battlefield,
sprint
you're
meter.
running for miles, dude.
Yeah, you give me a sprint meter, I'll hate it. I ain't gonna lie. You can give me all the land you want to. If I can't sprint reliably,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hate the game.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't care
Yeah.
how great it is.
It's
You
like
wanna
you're
be
in
able
a
to kind
yeah.
of turn your brain off when you cross
Exactly,
large
bro.
distances.
That was the problem a lot with Skyrim. And I'm not gonna lie, Skyrim kind of aged poorly for me. I know a lot of people hold it dear to their heart. I have a very controversial opinion, but it's like, bro, a lot of mechanics in Skyrim are just like fuck. Like, you're telling me I gotta run all the way to Riften with nothing going on. I got nothing. I just broke out of a fucking a dragon attacked me. I just got this iron sword. You know what I mean? Give me somebody close that I can talk to. Like, they're like, yeah, we want you to see the forest. Run all the way over here. It's like, okay.
No.
But there's no one around the corner I can talk to. There's no side quest. No, go to Riften. Like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
That's like, there's no game. Like, even
The
in
last thing
Witcher
you want
3,
is a fetch quest, you know?
like, yeah, even in The Witcher 3, as soon as you drop it into the map, what do? Whatever the fuck you want. You can talk to the dude in the bar and like start something shit. You know what I mean? But like like Skyrim, no, everything's so spread. You know, and you see trolls and dragons. I'm not excited by trolls and dragons anymore. You know, and I was back in the day, but it's like these days, you know. You
Yeah,
got
you only
Shadow
have
of
to see it
Mordor.
once while you travel to your
Yeah.
next fast travel point. Like, I feel like all the issues you're having are things you do once. You know,
Yeah.
like, because after I cross a certain distance, I'm probably never gonna see it again, honestly. And like until I want to just walk there on foot. I don't know.
Late game Skyrim is pretty lit. It's just the journey getting there is dated. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I guess, yeah.
Like, that's what I feel like. Not saying Skyrim wasn't good for the time. Skyrim was a legend for its time, but so many things have came out that kind of improved on what Skyrim was trying to do. You know, and it's just, if they made another Skyrim, because there's still no game quite like Skyrim. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, there's like they haven't made another Oblivion, which would be amazing. Well, not another Oblivion. I'm not one of those. If they made an Oblivion-esque or something, you know,
Mm.
that
They're
would be
working on
awesome.
it.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I'll be all over that if they make it good. That Oblivion was such a good game. I liked Oblivion more than Skyrim in those days.
It's Elder Scrolls 6, but all they've done so far is post images.
Oh, I'll probably look at those. I didn't like Elder Scrolls Online much. I was like, damn.
I think
See,
this
I
one
stopped
takes
playing
place
that.
in Hammerfall.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Hammerfall.
I stopped playing
Yeah.
the Elder Scroll games after Morrowind, I believe, for the
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Xbox
man.
360, and I was just like, it just wasn't my kind of game, you know?
Morrowind was a
Yeah.
very long game. You had to
Yes.
be in there for the long ride. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think there was no fast travel, right? Yeah, there was no fast travel.
Yeah.
Just walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those. That's the definite good game. Very dated though. That's
Mhm.
exactly what I mean. It's a good game when you get where you're trying to get, and you got to do everything there. It's a good game. Then
Mhm.
when you got to go somewhere else,
Yeah.
you know, now you see why they added fast travel.
You're right.
That's ass. But
No, but as far
Nah.
as trends in games, making games faster and stuff, like making your player faster, like, you know, for Halo Infinite, I'm fine with that compromise. You know,
me too.
even as like a classic Halo player, where I'm used to just, you know, strutting everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
It
fine
makes you a
with.
better shooter though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're a little bit more aware and stuff. I'm kind of curious to what they're gonna do as far as the if they're going to add more classic maps or if they're just gonna go completely new.
You think they will add classic maps?
I don't know. I mean, I hope they
'Cause-
do. If they added like Hang 'em High, I would not be I would be so happy if they did that because I love that map. I have so much nostalgia for that map, you know.
I
But
want them to add that one firefight map from Reach. What was it? With the river in the middle and that the bridge. Fuck.
oh yeah, I played that one. Yeah, I know. I
Like
think
the first level too. Yeah, I
yeah,
always
yeah.
loved that map. They
I mean,
didn't
if
utilize
as
it
long as they
enough.
can, if they want to do, a little bit of old with a lot of new, I'm fine with that, But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
impress everybody.
right.
Because being in this time in gaming, you do have a wider audience you have to impress. You have the gamers that been gaming,
Hmm.
and you have the ones that just started. And back in the day, it used to be just like the gamers because everyone basically just started. The gaming, 360 just came out basically, or
It's
whatever.
it's
Whatever got you
crazy how
started.
many people I run into. They're like, "Yeah, man, Halo Reach was like my first Halo game." I'm like, "Oh my god,
Exactly.
I'm fucking
It's like
old.
that's
I'm so
no,
old, dude."
2 was mine. Yeah.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
homeboy Philip had 3. My mom wouldn't let me get it. I went to his house and I had to be home before the street lights turned off.
Hmm.
Bro, I was at his house. The street lights turned off at 6. I was at his crib like playing Halo, getting lost in the multiplayer till like 8. My mom
Hmm.
tore my ass up when I got back, bro.
It was worth it
Oh
though.
my,
It was worth it.
oh man, I was having the time of my life. Halo 3 was like control. I was asking if I could come back tomorrow. I wasn't. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't this kind of kid, but their parents wanted me to leave because I was just there too long.
There, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I really wanted to play Halo, bro. I love
yeah,
them now. Like I'm not close to them, but I know where they live. They're cool.
yeah.
But bro, like, man,
Well, we used to have Halo LAN parties. So, before the
yeah,
online, dude, we used to bring our Xboxes to my sister's house, and, two of her friends that had Xboxes would bring their over, and we'd hook them all up to the four, 42-inch TVs. And we'd do 16-player Halo, $5
yeah,
buy-in, winner take all. And we did that twice. And it was just amazing, man. It was like, I mean, I don't know,
yeah,
maybe like 40 to 50 people that were there. And, I would say probably, yeah, 16 people were playing, but there was like so many people watching. It was just a great time, dude, for Halo, in terms of
yeah.
like just everything was, I mean, I don't know if I see, I can always look back on that game and say, I don't think the weapons were busted. I think the weapons were
Uh,
balanced, if anything. It was like the perfect balance of control and everything.
I
But
feel
it
like
yeah, it was good.
I feel like the weapons weren't supposed to be the main focus, as weird as that sounds, because they didn't really. There weren't many weapons aside from what the rocket launcher and the needler that would just fucking straight up kill you.
Hmm.
You need to mix something like you know mix your assault rifle with your pistol or throw some grenades, get their shields down, then pop them off. Like you
Hmm.
really had to think about like your encounters in Halo,
Yeah.
which made
Yeah,
it
that
different than a lot of shooters, because a lot of shooters you did have those guns where you're like, oh, I have an SMG. I'm just gonna run a gun, run and
Hmm.
shoot
that's
people, and.
that's actually part of Halo's design policy is to make sure you are always able to move, shoot, and throw grenades.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
exactly why. Like I used to say, like all the guns in Halo were bad on purpose
Hmm.
because like if they were good, then you wouldn't have a Halo game.
Yeah.
Mm,
You know, because you
yeah,
couldn't do shit in Halo if the guns were good. You would just be assault rifling everybody.
That's
You know?
true.
right.
I mean,
Yeah,
I remember on Hang 'em High, everybody would rush for the shotgun because the one shot
yeah,
because close up it was. I mean, you could cheese players quickly.
dangerous.
Yeah, and the sniper was I think it was pretty accurate. I mean, it
Needed
was
some skill.
yeah,
We're good. You gotta
yeah,
remember, we're good. A lot of people couldn't use the sniper. It was an intimidating weapon when I was a kid.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if Halo was the first one to do the 360 no scope kind of deal, but
Modern Warfare, I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a
but there
COD
were
thing.
there were people that were no scoping with that sniper. I do.
Yeah, I mean, I do it now because
Hmm.
now I know the truth of it. You just gotta have it in the reticle. But yeah,
Yeah,
that was pretty unorthodox back then. But
yeah. It was it,
know,
wa- it was a laser beam back then.
yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Little did we know, yeah.
but
I was a scope guy. I had to learn the games where you could scope and where you couldn't. Like the no scoping in Call of Duty is notoriously terrible and ass and just should be burned in the fire.
I
You
honestly
could be
don't
like
know
right in front
how.
of some,
I don't know how people can turn their sensitivity to the max, do like this crazy spin, and still hit a shot. I don't know how
no
that happens.
scoping. I don't
I
know.
don't
Yeah,
get
me
it.
neither. It must be an art because I was right in front of people sometimes with a sniper rifle shot with a no scope, and it like somehow went past him. I don't know where the bullet went.
Mhm.
Maybe it went sideways.
Yeah.
But you would have thought, it would have went through the guy. But
Yeah.
I guess you got to look at those YouTube videos. I wasn't the type to be like, how do you no scope? Let me ask YouTube.
As far as
appreciate
the Covenant weapons in the old Halo compared to the ones now, I'm still leaning more towards the Marine weapons as
No,
far
yeah.
because the Covenant weapons for some reason they don't feel the same to me.
because they're shield weapons, and you're used to kinetic.
Hmm.
And that's just a good preference in Halo, because you will encounter people. It's usually the people that wish they were elites in Halo that they're all like, yeah, I fuck with alien weapons. I always use alien weapons,
Hmm.
And when you play Halo Reach Invasion, you can see those people in action because they're fucking killing it as elites, but they're kind of lacking as Spartans. You know what I mean? It's
And
like a big preference thing.
I mean I think they should definitely bring elites back to Halo Infinite and brutes as well. Just
I
kind
want
of
to see why they didn't. Maybe they're going for a theme, is what I'm thinking. Because when I seen the armory, I was like, maybe it's like a Spartan centered Halo.
hmm
Not sure though.
just trying to bring it back to its roots.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm assuming. Not saying that's what they're doing, but the way how the armor's like situated in the room and it's iconically standing, I'm like, maybe like this is like we're Spartans and yada yada,
Hmm.
and this
Bringing
is
it
Halo.
just bringing it back to a simpler time. I mean, it was groundbreaking for us to play as the elites and stuff like
Yeah,
that, and
crazy.
some people liked it, some people didn't, but
I loved it.
yeah, I mean, I thought it was different, and different is good.
I
But
like playing as zombies and infected. Are you kidding me?
oh
You can
god,
play as an elite.
I
That was
can't wait.
fun.
I know they're definitely gonna bring infected back. That was a very popular playlist. A lot of my childhood was filled with invasion playlist and
Yeah, you just want to show out as a kid, man. It's like,
infected.
yeah, I can live longer than these fucks.
Right. And then
I
when they
like
just
some
all
of
come
those.
for you at the end.
Yeah, right,
No,
bro. I
it
have
was great.
clips. Oh my gosh, those are like goosebumps clips where you just see yourself shotgunning all these zombies coming at you, bro.
Hmm.
Meleeing them and shit. You can't really do that in this Halo now. You used to be able to like melee somebody with an energy sword.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, try to do that in Halo Infinite. You're not gonna get the nostalgia. You're gonna get fucked.
Halo Infinite definitely is a rush for the power weapons, if you're not playing the objective, it's definitely a rush and I think that's kind of it's kind of always been like that. There's always been like that one power weapon on the map that or what's it called, the
Oh,
the
yeah.
invisibility or overshield. Everybody's got to kind of rush for that. I like how they brought that back, it's
I will
go ahead.
I will say, when it comes to the power weapons, I think it's even, you could say it's better now, because back then power weapons were guaranteed kills. So if you're really going for a high KD,
Hmm.
those were essential in like Halo 3 and yada yada. Especially if you were a kid like me and you doubted you could outshoot somebody. The rocket launcher and the needler and weapons like that were guaranteed kills that could keep me like high on the leaderboards, getting me my rank and my badges, until you learned how to use the assault rifle and the pistol.
Yeah.
And even when you did, it was more like, okay, I'm gonna use these in combinations because I'm not gonna be able to kill this guy in one clip with the assault rifle. That's what I was
Do you
thinking.
prefer the old style of Halo where the power weapons just spawned in? There was no timer countdown.
Yeah, I definitely do, because it's kind of, it feels
You would feel when it was going to respawn back
feels very focused now. Like, am I supposed to focus on this power weapon? Because even like power weapons now available, it's like, oh, am I like
Right.
This is very focused towards the power weapons. Like, I'm good.
Mhm.
I don't need them right now.
Right.
I'm fine with running into them, but at the same time, I'm not really upset about them tell me about it. I'm just
I mean,
old school. I don't need that.
I think there should be a way to turn that off.
It's kind of weird that games went from just pickups, which this game does have too, to like pickups, but the game calls out the pickups.
Yes.
Yeah, like, get this rocket launcher and fuck them up. Like,
Right.
yo, whose team are you on?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I got you. Don't tell me, because you're telling them if you're telling me.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
bro, like maybe I have map knowledge and I hope I can just use this map knowledge to my advantage. Nope, because you're gonna tell everyone where everything is on the map already. Fuck map knowledge,
Right.
It's like, oh man. A lot of things are gonna become obsolete in the later years in gaming. You're probably not gonna you're not gonna need to know maps in the future,
Mm-hmm.
And
Right,
even
it's
became
gonna have like a blue line on the ground, like fucking Need for Speed or some shit, that
Yeah,
tells you exactly
exactly.
how fast to run around the corner to get
hey,
the
the rocket
ultimate
launcher
shot.
spawn, come this way. Like, oh shit.
And
okay.
it just lights the way for you like movie theater light style.
Somebody's
Should I
around that corner,
sprint or
shoot
should I
him!
walk?
Right.
Sprint! Get there now!
Right.
I got a level 3 AI. Watch this. Somebody's around the shooter. I mean, around the corner. Be ready to shoot him.
I mean,
like what? Your AI tells you when to shoot somebody? Bro,
well,
it's
yeah. I
fair.
mean,
You
I
get
paid
one
for
too.
it. I paid for
Oh,
it. It was
it's
part of the
$2,
DLC.
bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It's got to be cheap, so it's got.
You don't have that?
Bro, it's only like $5.
Oh, you didn't pre-order this?
Yeah, dude.
Stop talking. Somebody's on the way. Hold up, bro. Let me kill this guy real quick.
No, man.
Shut up and fight!
Right?
No.
Shut up and fight.
I guess more intel is better than less intel, but I mean, I guess it's just me being nostalgic for being able to feel when the guns were going to come back, and you know,
It's the arena shooter vibe versus like the Call of Duty fully informed soldier with like a home base and like
yeah,
orbital fucking satellites that are
Mhm.
looking at the
Mhm.
ground, reading out everything, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell the Spartan that the fucking power weapons are available.
You know, let's use that as a segue into this next thing that I did read some of the homework. Not all of it, but I
And
watched some.
sorry,
of
I
it.
was leading up to a point.
Oh, do you
yeah,
think? Do you think?
yeah, okay. But I feel like it's the difference between the arena shooter and that is because in an arena shooter, you're, like you said, Trey, you're supposed to know the map,
Yeah.
and how the respawn of the weapons works. It's just annoying, dude, to have them like call that out, or for them to be like Warthog inbound. Yeah, we can see the plane coming to
Oh
drop.
yeah,
it.
the
Yeah.
big ass plane. I hate that. Just spawn it. Stop
Yeah.
showing the big ass plane.
Mhm.
For some reason I kind of hate it. It gives me the impression of Rust supply drops. Like I'm not trying to fight for this mongoose. Just give it to me.
right.
Like if I find it, finders keepers, bro. Don't tell the whole map this mongoose is right here, because now I'm gonna get into a big ass firefight.
Everybody's gonna
and
converge
die.
on your location now.
It's gotta be some random dude who wasn't even fighting for it that just comes up and just jumps in it and just goes. You know? Now I don't got a gun goose. It's like, oh fucking, you know.
Yeah,
But-
and
Yeah, that's-
part of it is just like the game's balancing mechanic, so it'll spawn one closer to the losing side's
Yeah,
team.
bro.
I was gonna ask you
Um,
guys about that if that was actually a mechanic because I didn't know if that was true or not. Like if you're
Yeah, I
losing,
saw
you
that in
get
a video.
oh, okay. So
I've
if you're
noticed
losing,
that.
you get better shit just to balance it out.
Yes. Yeah,
Mm.
and if you're winning, it make it harder for you to achieve your goal.
But
Mm.
what do you guys think about everyone wanting battle royale these days? Because I'll just start it by saying I feel like it's a death sentence almost. Not a long one. I mean, not a short one, but it's a death sentence to add battle royale to some games.
I don't think Halo is built for it. I mean, yeah,
me neither.
yeah, it could be an option.
Just forge it.
It could be, yeah, exactly. Thank you.
But this is the thing. Even adding the option, when battle royales get old, it inadvertently makes your game dated with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not
That's
if
what I
it's a
feel
part.
like.
Not if it's the community running servers of it.
right. If it's
within
not
the
part of the
game.
main game and stuff, it's just community based, then yeah, I think your game can survive that. Absolutely.
You think? I don't know, because a lot of battle royale games are dying these days.
Well, no,
Right.
I'm saying if Halo Infinite doesn't actually make it an official mode and it's just the community that makes it like that, you know, I'm
No,
not
yeah,
I'm
but
not
I
saying
know
that
that's
what
before
doesn't
it.
apply.
not saying
Yeah,
that
That's what they would
Forge
do.
not saying that Forge would give you the the assets whatever to make it like that, but if they
Like, if you
did,
could do that, that would be fine. But if they made it in like official game mode, I don't know how that would
mhm.
Yeah,
pipeline
they-
into the game.
people are
overall.
frustrated enough with what they are trying to do that does have all of like the very Halo elements to it that I do not think they would make that move.
Yeah.
Because that's what
Um,
all the streamers want. And I think it's like people follow streamers. And this isn't the main point, but this is like a supplement to the point.
Mhm.
Like if a
Mhm.
lot of streamers play the game and just stop playing just because they're playing Battle Royale, a lot of people that play the game are going to be playing Battle Royale just for that point.
Mhm.
And when they start playing Battle Royale, then boom, the whole game is going to lose a lot of value, just because of that. Like look at Fortnite, that's in the process of a very slow death. It's on its deathbed. But
Mhm.
it's not going to die this year, maybe not next year, but
It's on a
going away.
decline. Absolutely.
It's on a decline.
Yeah.
And what else? Tab G, and I like Tab G, but it's dying, and I love it. And that's a bias to me. But anyways,
Mm-hmm. No,
So-
I mean that's a legitimate concern. Is because it's hot right now. Battle royales are hot right now. That I mean, it is. I feel like there are trends that are in games that, there are certain games that set certain trends, and I
Yeah.
feel like there are certain games that do not go with the trends, and it's actually towards their benefit. I think Halo
exactly.
would definitely benefit from not having it because it would actually differentiate. It
Exactly.
would separate them from the games and stuff.
They think, oh, shooter game, loot equals battle royale. Halo doesn't even have enough guns to have a battle royale realistically, and it shouldn't. And I don't want Halo to add more guns just because that's said. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I
'Cause
mean,
if you
they might add a couple guns with every, DLC or season and stuff like that. They might add like one or two, or just make the guns dual wieldable. They might do that. So
you think, that'd be
I
cool.
think I think the
wouldn't-
thing about this is like you said, like there's setting trends, but I think also like the battle royale is just a genre now. It's not like a trend. Like now there will always be battle royale games.
I think okay,
Absolutely.
if it's a genre, I
The-
feel like it will be a
the-
probably unpopular genre or a niche genre in the future, or an indie genre maybe.
It'll just be a genre.
No.
You won't think about it like that.
Yeah,
it'll
they'll have
just
part
be,
twos
It's a
of
battle
these
royale
games.
game. You're not going to be like, oh, battle royale games are so dead and cringe. You're like, oh.
Well, no,
okay,
I'm
is
never
it
gonna
good?
say that. I just feel like
Right, but I'm
in
almost
popularity
there.
status. You know?
I'm almost there. So I think that what this really does is it illustrates kind of the opposite of your point, in that Halo is an arena shooter, which people thought were dead, and yet people are flocking to it, and it's not even finished yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if arena
So-
shooters were dead because Call of Duty is basically an arena shooter.
But it's not in the way this is. With
It's-
like
it's
how we're
evolving to
playing
Apex,
battle
around.
Apex
royale.
Legends.
Yeah.
Apex Legends added an arena mode, so arena shooters have been in an increase as of
But,
lately.
That's not like the they're being rebooted essentially, because it used to be all arena shooters, like fucking what's the one? Doom? Not Doom. Yeah, Doom.
Doom was an arena
uh,
shooter.
Doom,
a
Unreal
way.
Tournament.
Quake.
It is. It's Quake. It
Mhm.
started the
Because if
genre.
you think about like the yeah, it was. I was thinking more about campaign. A lot of people play Doom for campaign, and that's like you go pretty much place to place. You know,
Mhm.
I don't know what you would call that. At least in Doom, what Doom do I have? Eternal? I think I have Eternal.
But are you getting what I'm saying here? Like, it's Halo is one of the arena shooters. There hasn't been a Halo in a while that felt like it,
Mhm.
like Halo.
Yeah,
in
but
the
and
true
Master
arena
Chief
shooter
Collection was
sense.
pretty cool. Like Master Chief Collection has been doing pretty good lately.
Yeah, but it's a
So-
collection of the games.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's still doing good. It's still a popping game. Hey, Master Chief
Right.
Collection was the only thing holding Halo up until Halo Infinite, basically, almost. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's basically the thing. Master Chief Collection, even though it wasn't streamed, and I learned in one of those videos, I studied the homework. Even though they're not streaming the game, doesn't mean it's not popular. Just because you can go on YouTube and see whole different things. There's still videos being made.
Mhm.
Still people engaging in these games. There's people that want this content and people actively playing these games every day. And
Yeah.
when Halo Infinite came out, I feel like because people are still playing Master Chief to the collection to the point they still have another season when Halo Infinite beta dropped.
Yeah.
Started a whole new season with the armors that I hate. I love Master Chief Collection, but I hate this armor. What the fuck? When did we go to the fucking Greece? And like all this lion shit, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like World of Warcraft armor out of nowhere. It's like I didn't expect it. But anyways,
Yeah.
And none of it's in this one.
none of it.
Yeah. They're
None
like,
of it's in the new one.
we're just gonna leave it
I'm
over
going
there.
we're gonna put this weird shit over here so they
Exactly.
can experiment with it.
Yeah.
Why not put it in a new game? Oh, because it'll make it look weird, right? So don't put in the old one, Halo. What
I
the fuck?
do think that Halo Infinite has kind of an Asian fetish a little bit with, with the
some shit,
samurais and
higher-
stuff, like
yeah, the Hayabusa. It was so hard to get that armor, and everyone loved it. And
Yeah.
it was samurai influence, and now they have a whole goddamn samurai armor core.
yeah,
Goodbye, Hayabusa.
yeah.
Because a lot of their
Hello.
biggest fans were into Power Rangers when the games came out.
Mm.
Oh my god.
I'm not
You
gonna
should've
lie
ignored
and say
them.
I didn't watch the main show when it was on. Yeah. I mean, I did.
I would have said you should have ignored them, Halo. You should have just stuck to what you knew. Let them be mad. They'll get over it. You just make some cool ass armors. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that the armors are bad, but I gotta pay for them.
There's a lot of them that look trash
They're
though.
sour.
Have you
Yeah,
seen?
they are.
I've seen a lot of these helmets. I'm just like, okay.
My helmet looks like trash. It's the only one I got basically for that armor core. It's like I got lamb chops on my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, God damn, I can't wait to unlock another helmet. But it's like when I do unlock another helmet, it's gonna be for the other armor core, and I can only be one of the ugly blue colors. Like, bro, you've heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
The armor cores just sell the same color over and over again, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I don't have diversity in this armor color, but the old one has diversity. Like you can unlock some cool like colors for it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like you can have a cool color or you can have some cool armor.
I feel like
that's the
that would
choice you
be
have.
something so easy for them to fix, Because I
It
mean,
is.
it's just something so easy. It's just a color swap. Why
It's
do you
right
make me pay for
there.
pallets? I
I
think
know
you coined
everything's
that
the
term,
same.
Colossus, paying for pallets.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
paying for
that's
pallets,
ridiculous, man. That's just
like it makes no sense. Now it can be green because I have the Master Chief collection, and Master Chief is green.
right.
So now you can be green like
Right.
Master Chief.
You can
Like-
pay for pallets with PayPal. It's simply ridiculous.
Pay for
Oh.
custom pallets with PayPal, man. Fuck it.
Mhm.
That shit.
One
They gotta
thing
fix that, bro.
one thing about about Battlefield that I was trying to think about was if you know how they kind of turned around, how DICE turned around Battlefront 2, how it was like it started this whole controversy with microtransactions and this crazy grinding for Darth Vader and stuff.
Oh, everything's free.
Basically how they changed it now to where it's all cosmetics and it's not pay to win anymore. I think that Halo's on that route, where it's mainly cosmetics. It's not really pay to win or anything like that. Battlefield, I feel like they just need to keep adding content.
Is cosmetics that big in Battlefield?
I don't
I'm
know.
just asking.
No, I don't. Well, from what
I think it's more about the guns, right?
it's more about the guns, yeah, and the unlockables and stuff like that. I don't think it's about but no. What I was saying is that the reason they have the operators and stuff is for the microtransactions and skins and stuff. I was thinking maybe they should just pull back on the skins and stuff and more try to focus on, gun balancing and I guess more levels and more content and stuff. I mean, the reason they have Portal is so that people that want those extra features, they can just go there, They give they give more options to people. What's that?
Is that they have all this stuff like prepared and set up for monetization, but and I get like a lot of games just have free multiplayer, but like they're still selling a $60 game.
Yeah.
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 Why do I need to pay $10 for a skin? Why can't I pay $1 and get 10 skins? I still spend that $10,
Bro,
but I
if that
get
was
more
how
out of
low
it.
microtransactions were, I'd have no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd probably have a problem with paying for shit. If shit was like $1 each, bro, give me everything.
You know this adds to inflation too, right?
For real?
Yeah.
Like I mean it literally, like if we're willing to pay something to give something that doesn't exist money for something that doesn't exist, cosmetics in a video game, we're willing to pay anything for anything. So it drives up prices for literally everything else in our lives.
It's that whole NFT conversation we had a while back, man.
Isn't that going into Bitcoin and shit too? Because I feel like everything's gonna go digital anyway. So it's kind of like, do you want to go there slowly or fast?
Well,
Yeah,
we're
I
inching
feel
towards
like-
it. We're inching towards
I
it.
feel like
Everything gonna be
Bitcoin
digital.
is good for seeing what people are willing to invest in, but video games are willing to see how are able to see how patient people are willing to be
Mhm.
with taking your money, you never getting it back, and them getting to keep it and move on and do what they want.
Mm-hmm.
And so every other business is going to see, and they're going to be like, how can I take from video games and apply that to my business and get people to pay more money for less?
Yeah, that
If
goes
I
back
can.
into the once they got your money, your opinion's invalidated. They already made the money off of you. Now it's more to make more
Mhm.
money off of you or just keep you as a player. And
Yeah.
they can
It's
choose
like
those
people-
two routes,
It's like
Driving,
people
yeah.
buying and burning products in protest,
Yeah.
They're like, look, we've got them purchasing things, and then we don't care what they do with them.
The Travis Scott whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking all the shoes and burning them.
Yeah, but like they had to buy the shoes probably, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
it's
shoes are already
you know,
marked up, so they're not even really paying what they're worth. They're
This
getting
is just-
screwed twice.
This is just capitalism, this is the result of capitalism in video games and when they interact, you know what I mean?
Nickel and diming right now, but
Yeah. 'cause
if
the bigger the
if I
game-
pay $60 for the game, I should have access to be able to unlock everything that's in the game.
Everything.
Nothing should be held behind a paywall, especially with Halo, man. Halo, I feel like, was the game that started the whole earning for stuff. It wasn't about buying things. It was before all that.
You know what? I feel like these games are I can almost understand, but it's to the point if I'm gonna like speak in their perspective, they're afraid of changing the price because the base is 60. If the game's worth more to you, and you're gonna charge me more later. Make it more. Make it 120.
Well,
Because no one's gonna buy it if you just throw the price at me. You know what I mean?
well,
But you're gonna be asking me for money this whole time.
these monetary systems have been proven to work, and it's just like, why leave all that money on the table? Why not just do what everybody else is doing?
Well, there's no reason to. Yeah, there's no reason.
So what?
I feel like
we
these
sell
people
we
were
sell our
smart,
soul for a couple skins. I mean, it's I feel like the people on the other side, they're just like, wow, I can't believe that worked. It's like it's not even about providing you fresh content. It's about taking away certain things that you're used to having and then offering that as content.
It's the Apple model.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, you want a headphone jack and charge your phone?
Have you guys played Dying Light?
I have not. I've heard of it though.
Okay, well, have you ever played like an open world game where like you'll get to the edge of a world or like a door in the basement or something, and it's like this area is available in the next DLC.
Oh, hate that. Yeah.
Like they could leave that door out and not do that to us.
It's all
update the door in.
Dangling the
like
carrot, man. Dangling the carrot.
Yeah, for when you get the DLC. So like when you have it, there's a door there.
That puts me back to when I was a kid and I had nothing online. I had like no internet. All I had was my Xbox 360, and it would just break my heart every time I ran to those doors because I was like, "There's no physical way I can get this. Like even if I want to buy it,
can't download it.
If I want to buy it, if I had the money, I have no internet. I don't have online. This game, I got this game with the intentions of just enjoying it to its fullest because you know what I mean. I'm a kid and I just want to play this. But like I get home and like, oh, maybe I got to ask my mom for more money now because this door, I can't go inside and have more fun with my child brain. And now curiosity is gonna kill me.
Like the "Are you winning, son?" meme? It's like they stick their head in and they're like, "Are you ready to engage in capitalism?" And you're like, "Not yet," and they just close the door.
Right? Like no.
Yeah.
I'm fucking crying right now, mom. Leave me alone.
It's your mom too. She's like, "Are you ready to engage in capitalism, son?"
No. I'm ready to engage in depression right now.
Oh, you're getting started.
Look at that, right? Basically, it just feels shitty. I feel like it's gonna be solved one day, or everyone's gonna get used to it. But like I said before, even though it's shitty, if they made everything $1 each, I'd probably buy it, bro. $1 or like $5 maximum instead of all this bullshit prices, and I gotta do this buying $20 to buy things in the game.
Yeah, $20 for one skin is absolutely ridiculous. That is no.
Make that shit $5.
And you can't even use the parts. You can't use the color palette on any other piece of armor. You can only use it for that core. And I'm talking specifically about like the esports one I bought. I know it comes as like a set, right?
Right.
But if I buy like if I go and buy like a modular piece of equipment, I don't have to just put it on there. I can put it on anything that has the same fittings. And it's like, why can't I put my cool black and gold palette, which is already sorted into like primary, secondary, tertiary, etc. Even in the graphic for the palette when you pick it to choose your color, it shows you like the center thing and like the 8 pieces around the sides. Like it's already set up that way. Why can't I take that palette and put it on another armor? And so I get the gold, like the gold parts are gold and the black parts are black, and the why?
No, because you have to buy it, Colossal. You have to buy it. No.
I can't even buy like that color for other stuff.
Listen,
either.
We don't care. Give us 20.
Give us 20 and we'll see.
Give me 20.
We'll think about it. Exactly.
Just pre-order the skin.
Yep.
And we might delay it a couple of times.
Pre-order the skin doesn't already exist.
Shut up! This helmet is coming soon.
I mean, you gotta admit, man, this is probably the Battle Pass for Halo Infinite is probably the most abysmal freaking like reward system like that I've ever seen in a game. It's pretty crazy. Like, I mean,
the free market isn't working.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, if I put in $10, get the Battle Pass, start unlocking stuff, will I be in the same boat with everybody else complaining about, not being able to change the colors and stuff like that, or change the different armor cores? Yes. Probably, yeah. So I guess for now I should just remain what's the word, ignorant, and just be the guy on the free side, just unlocking, because I only get 3 helmets to unlock if I stay free. So that's
Bro, it's just the fact, bro. I play poker sometimes. I played poker. I won. I had some earnings. I fucking bought the battle pass with it. But that's where I got the irritation because I had to buy coins in the game.
mm-hmm,
So I had to go to the ATM and put money in the ATM and come back.
mm-hmm.
And this is where they got me. I didn't even have enough coins to buy the one I wanted, bro.
Oh,
How much is the battle pass?
$10.
It's what? Yeah, $10, bro.
If you pay for 6 months of battle pass, you should get the game for free.
Yeah,
You should.
absolutely,
You should.
absolutely.
Why the fuck am I paying into a great free game? Yeah, but it's all to fuel spending money. So like, why don't I get rewarded for spending the money? Like, you could do it like a punch card. That incentivizes me to spend more money.
Exactly.
Because if I do it 6 times, that keeps me playing for 6 months.
It used to be
I get
so
to play the
tasteful.
campaign, which keeps me playing the game.
I'm gonna make a T-shirt. You guys can all have one. It's gonna say "Free games aren't free."
Yeah.
They aren't. Nope.
It's the play on the freedom is not free.
I'll
It's like
fucking
it's
wear
like
that.
yeah, you can have the best game ever, but you gotta look like a frog.
Yeah,
Unless you give me 20,
yeah.
Let me look inside your pockets.
Right.
and then I'll let you be the protagonist from the last game.
Just enter in your banking out, account information, and you can join the lobby.
You want to be Master Chief? Yeah, can I
They do
No.
they do means testing for games. They're like, are you going to be able to afford to make microtransactions in the future? Can we see your pay stubs?
No.
Jeez.
Do you have a college education?
No. I just want to play the game. What the fuck?
Well, we
Game?
need 3
You
months
think
of
this
pay
is a
stubs.
motherfucking game?
What?
This is gonna be your life for the next 2 years, dude. 10 years, actually.
That's
No,
really, bro.
You're serving in the actual military for 2 years before you get the game.
But-
Call of Duty.
But
Whoa.
yeah,
You're gonna live it, motherfucker.
exactly.
This
Then
was
you'll get the
GameStop.
game.
Fucking
Nope.
military dude comes out from the back. Yep. He needs
What?
to be enrolled. This guy
What?
wants the game.
You've officially resigned your right not to join the military as soon as you entered the store. It's part of the verbal contract.
So
Verbal
you want to play
contract.
Call of Duty, huh? You're one of those Call of Duty motherfuckers, huh?
What?
Couldn't
No.
pick up anything else, huh? All right, come with me.
Oh my god. Should have played
Okay.
Battlefield.
Right.
It's like 5 dudes in the back of the fucking.
They make you
store
join
on
the
a
Air
bus.
Force.
Right. We should have got fucking bulletproof or whatever. Remember bulletproof? Oh my god. Bullet or what was it? Bullet time.
Bullet
When you
time.
shot and everything went in fucking slow motion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
That
such
was
a
a that was a,
borderline
that was a
wannabe.
trend. I think that was actually
I
still
liked it,
the
though.
last
I liked
game that implemented that was Control, wasn't it? I think.
Well, if you really want to be technical, it's a Fallout mod that's really popular that does bullet time.
Yeah.
That's
But
a mod,
I
though.
was trying to think. I
Yeah,
think
it's a
Control
mod.
did it, and I think Alan Wake did it. There was a couple others, but yeah, Max Payne,
Max
of
Payne.
course.
Oh, but bro, modders. The thing about modders, you got to take them serious. They're making millions. I came across that like a couple of days ago. These guys like are essential, and I'm not gonna say somehow, but I still don't know really like why. But they're
Because they
essential
keep
in
games
lives.
alive.
I think it's like YouTube too. A lot of YouTubers need certain mods for videos. You know.
Hmm.
Yeah. You
And
know how
these-
you know how you were saying like the longevity of like Skyrim is kind of interesting? That's because of modders.
Yeah, modders.
They
do
kept the
keep
game
Skyrim
alive. Yeah.
Skyrim,
Yeah.
modders make Skyrim lit as fuck. You can be Thomas the Train.
People they just don't play vanilla Skyrim 1,000 fucking times. They just
No.
don't do it.
No,
like,
that's terrible.
but you can play modded Skyrim so many times and,
Oh,
and make
yeah.
it such a different experience.
I
Sometimes I
have-
don't even realize what's I have a bad memory, but sometimes I won't
Mhm.
even realize what's a mod, and I'll just be like, "This is really fucking cool."
That's a
you
good
know?
mod then. That's a good. I
Yeah,
feel like
when
a
you don't
bad
feel like it's a mod, yeah, that's when you
Yeah,
know you're
when
playing
you
a
run
good one.
into the mod, like when you run into the asset and it's like giving you mod vibes, like a player added this in. I played Fallout mods where I just run into NPCs and I'm like, I've never seen that guy before, and then I think about it later. It's like, oh, the mod. You
Like,
know,
oh, he was part of a population
I'll do
package
the
I
whole-
installed.
I'll do the whole quest, get the reward, get a gun, all that, and then I'll be
Oh.
like, I don't remember that in my vanilla playthrough.
These games are so empty when you go back to vanilla.
Oh my, they
Mhm.
are.
You're like, what? Nobody interacts with me. No one
That's what
says
I'm saying.
hello as I walk by. The roads
Yeah.
look like shit. There's trash everywhere.
Fucking ass. It's fucking ass. And I hate to say that because you know you have people that only play vanilla and they have fond memories, but I'll tell them straight up, it's ass. It's
Mm.
terrible. You'll have good memories of it, but it's just an introduction. You need to get a PC and you need to experience. You don't even need a good PC either. You can get like a laptop. Mods aren't that like taxing on like PCs. You know,
Hmm.
you just add in the assets. People create them with the same engine as the game, or however modders do it, and
And
you
they're,
put them
they're
bitches
so
in.
easy to put in now. You just hit
Easy.
follow on the workshop.
Vortex. Yeah, Vortex.
Vortex is honestly like significantly more complex than the mod workshop for Steam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean on Steam you literally go to subscribe. Like you'll go to the page for the mod and you'll scroll down and you know how there's usually like an add to cart or play game button that's
Yeah.
green? It'll just say subscribe and you just hit subscribe and you'll see the little download bar at the bottom start updating and it'll just pop that mod right into where it needs to be for the game.
Yeah, I
And
was
it'll
using.
it'll be stable with updates if the modders are active and keeping it updated. And like you don't have to worry about changing files or making sure where it's stored or anything because it's all like in the game file.
Can you mod Fallout 4 though? I mean, not Fallout 4. Fuck Fallout 4. Can you mod Fallout New Vegas though?
Yeah.
Okay, because I had like this system I got off a YouTube video, and I was using Vortex for everything, and I had to get all these, Stewie blah 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 UI shit and script extenders, and yeah, I was just following that system. But I'm gonna try it because I'm sad now. I'm very depressed about Fallout because I have the best modded save, but I can't get mods right, believe it or not, on a newer system. It worked perfectly on the old system, but this new system I got keeps making it crash.
Going
Yeah.
back to what you were telling us last night, Colossus, about your little save game mode, or it's not saved on Halo on
It
Infinite.
is saved, yeah.
It is saved. Okay, because
I thought it wasn't saved, but there's a confusing system. So after you finish making your game mode, you have to hit R to go to save copy, where you'll name your file, but that doesn't save it. You have to hit F, which is just save, and then it'll overwrite the named file that you made, and then it's saved.
does
and you
it
can
say it
select
anywhere
from
there?
your file.
Does it? I mean, does it say anywhere in the menu UI to do that, or is it just something you just figured out?
I don't know. I had to find out by it not saving after I made 2 game modes.
Right. And that was the thing that was a big frustration for a lot of players, is that even though they give you the option to set up custom games, there's no way to actually save them so that you can just play them again. You have to remake it every time. I was like, that's annoying as fuck.
That's what I don't understand. Why people are saying that? Because I did it.
I think it's just they just didn't figure it out. That's all that is.
Yeah, it was weird because the only way I did figure it out was A, my shit didn't save, and B, I was like, there's 2 versions of the save function here, and they're different buttons. You know what I mean? One says save copy, and one says save. So I was like, how there's a process here. And that's when I was like, okay, save copy. And then I went into my files and I made sure it was there. And I looked at the file and I hadn't modified it yet because I wanted to make sure this would work before I did all that work. And then there it was.
Right.
Like after I hit save instead of save copy after making the save copy. And so you can't like do save copy and back out. You'll lose it. You have to do save copy and then hit save to overwrite. And if you want to change a different file, you have to open that mode, adjust the settings, and then you hit save, and it'll save those settings changes to that file.
So those of you that are listening, if you guys are paying attention, that is how you save your game file in Halo Infinite. It can be done. We just had to figure it out.
If you want to, okay. So, I mean, I think most people know you cannot play Halo custom games yet. But if you want to set them up, you have a really good idea based on the mechanics that you've already experienced and understand in the game, and you like to fuck with settings. You can now, with that information, now you can go and you can save game modes for when it does work.
Yeah. So
Now
you
tell me how to get my kids back.
I can't help you there, man. I'm not a lawyer.
All right.
As far as being able to talk trash in games, that's something that I would say across the board, a lot of these games are not letting you stay in lobbies, you know? Even if it's not talking trash, if it's building like a good rapport, say you play really good with some randoms or whatever, and you want to be able to play with them again, you know, unless, I mean, you don't stay in the same lobbies. I kind of wish you could stay in the same lobbies until you backed out. Is that too much to ask? You know?
Maybe you don't go back into the lobby with them, but you could ready up at the end of the round, like some battle royales do. So like you could potentially stay in those people, or it'll matchmake in new ones.
Yeah, I think it should be automatic, man. I honestly, I know this is a Call of Duty thing, but I miss the 16 player lobbies, you know, where
Uh-huh.
everybody's there. You can talk trash before, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
you can talk trash after,
I
and
think that's what they're aware of.
and then if you make them leave, you won. You won the real battle. You know, it's like
won the
I
real
know,
battle,
I know
yeah.
it's toxic. I know it's toxic in what I'm saying and stuff, but this is what I would pay $60 a year for.
They're protecting people. They're protecting them from people like us. Though.
Yeah. We're
So
we're the
I
old people that are, I guess, the toxic fandom, I guess.
Honestly, yeah, because I'd be totally down, bro. I'd be with you, but
Mhm.
I know for a fact
That's why they
that
don't
would
do it.
that shit would get us quote unquote canceled and the game is banned. That would get us banned.
So
True.
I think you guys need to adjust your settings because I've been talking to people. I don't think anyone else knows how to fucking do it because I've literally talked to a few and I've even had them say like you're the first voice I've heard in this game.
Really?
But like
Okay.
I just went into the settings and I set it up.
Well,
So you can
wanna
I
hear
did
'em,
I
though.
did notice when I was in the lobby with you
but-
guys,
So that's
my
the
mic
thing,
is
you go-
muted.
If I can't
Yeah.
hear him in the lobby, I don't know. In the middle of the game, I'm just trying to beat their ass at that point.
It's in the settings.
Okay, so it's in
Unless
the
on my
settings.
team. Oh, you can hear the team too.
It
or
gives you
just-
it gives you the option. That's what I'm about to say is that you can choose whether or not to hear no one, only your team, or both.
Okay, I want to hear
I
both.
had a-
I'm
had a
I'm gonna
slow
I
moment.
will switch it to both in a second next game. You know, next time we play, because I want to be able to talk trash. I want them
Yeah.
to hear me because that's not enough, dude.
Highly recommend doing that because
I don't want to be.
sometimes people just you can see like the difference whenever people can hear you, but if they don't know how to talk to you or they can't,
Mhm.
because you'll see them instantly react. You'd be like, "Hey, so and so behind you," and they turn around. So like they're hearing your voice, but they may not know how to talk to you either.
But hold on, are you saying in game though? Like in the actual match, like as it's going on, you can hear the other team, or no?
Yeah,
Really? Wow, that's cool.
in match.
and there's also a push to talk key. Yeah, in match.
Okay, so that's
which
cool.
doesn't the original mapping doesn't work. This game has a fucking weird pattern of having mappings for buttons and them just not working.
Mhm.
And I think it makes like the center click on your mouse. No, it's like the back button on the mouse is talk, but it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So you have to remap it. I made mine caps lock.
Okay. See, I don't have push to talk on mine. I'm literally just my mic is always open. At least to talk to you guys. You know, I think I have it set to where I can only hear my own team, but I will as soon as the next time I get on the game, dude.
I don't want like my teammates to have to mute me if I'm in a Discord with them, so I use push to talk because then I can like talk to randos without you guys having like either having to mute me or having like the double audio.
Oh yeah, I got you. I don't know, man. That's one thing I do miss is being able to talk trash, you know, to the other team and not just be in an echo chamber.
Yeah.
They got to be careful around us, man.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to talk to the other team personally. Even you
Not
guys saw
during the
even last
game.
night, even our own teammates can piss me off.
well,
was
not
like,
not
not even
during the
during the game.
game. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
lobby. In the lobbies where you get it
In the
all out,
lobby.
and then when the game starts, it's just the team that you can talk to. That's what I was saying. You know.
Because they'll probably say some shit and throw me off my game. I'm not trying to get into too many politics
True.
during the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't, that's the thing. If you're telling me that once I switch it to where I can hear everybody, that I can hear everybody at all times, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I want to
'Cause
just
if
be able.
they're- if I'm losing,
I don't know if that's
I'm
the
losing
case.
and they're talking shit, I'm not gonna be fucking with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to just be able to talk to the team when we're like, you know, going for the flag or the oddball or killing them, you know. But
Yeah.
no, I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna be digging through the settings now to try to figure that out.
If you could hear everybody, you're telling your team, yeah, we gotta stick together. You hear the other team,
You gotta do what, pussy?
Exactly. We
Like, what are
we
they
know
saying?
we know your whole strategy.
You gotta do what? Yeah, stick together.
shoot together.
It's the only chance you guys got.
You gotta do what, pussy?
You gotta stick together.
They started fucking them up.
Oh man, I can't.
I'd hate hearing. If I was losing and I heard that, I'm probably leaving. I ain't gonna lie. That's some shit.
Well, that's the thing, man.
That's-
If you leave, they win.
they win. They are winning. They
Well,
are
no,
winning.
they win double
What
over
we
if you
just
leave the lobby,
bully the other team out of the game.
right?
Oh, so we just gotta talk shit harder back. We're
You
losing.
got.
What are we
Well, I mean,
gonna
if it's a ranked playlist, man, we better be on our game to fucking talk shit. Come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing I can really fall back on.
I'm only gonna turn on both teams speak if I'm winning. I'll do that. I don't give a fuck if I'm losing. I'll turn it off. I'm only turning it on if I'm winning.
Last night I learned that even if you are on the top of your game, your teammates will still talk shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what
Absolutely.
was up with that guy?
That was so fucking weird, bro. He was nothing
What
special. and
were
he's
we
like,
playing? Were we
"You
playing
can be better
oddball?
So I can do what I want.
We were playing
playing
oddball. Yeah, that's
And he
right.
would shoot someone, run up, and smack him a few times. Like just to
On
let
some
his own
toxic
impotent
weird shit.
rage out, I guess.
He just kept
but,
saying
like,
he had more time than all of us. I'm like,
I
dude.
feel bad
yeah.
for him looking back. I'm like, damn, that guy was probably going through some shit.
He's
Absolutely.
working through some serious stuff, man.
Yeah, that's
Whatever it
kinda
is.
shit.
We were
to-
on the
for-
receiving end of it last night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I couldn't hear him, so I was vibing. Yeah, he looked kind of fucked.
Hmm.
he was on our team.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you'd be better at, you'd be even more efficient if you stopped spending, like, literally. He probably spent maybe 30 seconds to a minute total just smacking dead bodies that were not a threat.
Mm,
And I'm like, why would you do that? Like,
right.
and I was like, you should be part of the team, not live out whatever fucking weird violence fantasy you're
Yeah,
having
people
over
like
there.
That, like, I don't think games.
He's like, I
promote
am part of the
violence.
team. I got the highest score. Like, no,
Yeah,
you
he
don't.
was obsessed with being at the
I don't-
top of the leaderboard.
I don't think games promote violence, but when you encounter people like that, I don't know if they should be playing violent games. I don't know. Me?
Yeah, just like not everybody should be smoking weed because there's some people that are fucking dumb
Yeah.
on their own without it.
Yeah.
'Cause, bro, like if I had a kid and like he was playing a game and I just walked in and he was playing a match and he was just beating the shit out of a dead body,
Hmm.
I'd be like, yeah, son, let's get Banjo Kazooie. You ever know what Banjo Kazooie is?
Right.
Let's try that.
Yeah.
Let's try
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog, and then he's just jumping on Tails' dead body. I was like, how'd you even do that? He's like, yeah, you're just not playing games.
Hmm.
You can't be
Yeah.
trusted.
So those
Yeah.
are my issues with Halo, not being able to talk trash to the other team. But now you said there's a way to fix that, whatever. So that's fixed. That's
We're
great.
gonna be on their
Being
ass.
able to stay in lobbies with the other team, I hope that's something that comes down the pipe. Hopefully they can do that, or have it to where you could if you wanted to. But because I mean,
Well, if you can't,
'cause
you can do
it's
it to
not
Mr.
always
Steve.
yeah, it's not always negative. You know, sometimes it's a good experience, and you actually have a good match with the other team, and you want to keep playing with these people. I want to be able to have that option.
Y'all notice how the recent players tab just doesn't work?
It doesn't. It doesn't, man.
It'll show people from like yesterday's games.
And neither does theater. Neither does
Yeah.
theater.
I actually
And it's
I dabbled in theater for a little bit, and it's not what is it? It's not Black Ops 2 theater.
Yeah, be careful because they'll fucking disappear on your ass. I
Right.
can't even go to the bottom of it. I've had badass games where I'm like, yeah, I'm not even gonna use my my Xbox capture. I'm just gonna like use the one in the game. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I'll get like quad kills, one grenade throw, badass clips like that.
Mhm.
Go to theater mode, not there.
Not there. Yeah.
Heartbroken. I was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
it's in my memories at least. I can talk about it.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully people will believe me.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I threw a grenade and killed 4 people, and you should have.
You spent enough time working on it that the fact that you did is imprinted on your memory.
Yeah, the best clips are the ones that look like you casually did it. You know, what I mean? Like I
Mhm.
played games long enough how to know like when I hit a clip and how to keep moving on. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
make the clip look cool. Like if I see on the leaderboards I got 4 kills, I'm not gonna make my character like stop and like, oh my god, like I'm just gonna throw it, go casually, capture the point, keep going along. So when I make the clip and I hopefully post it on YouTube, which I wasn't able to do,
Mhm.
it looks badass.
So
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
So-
just see all these
yeah.
achievements scrolling down in the middle of the screen while you're
Yeah.
just carrying a flag.
Now I'm like Mince Blitz. Like, you know what I mean? Now I'm getting like 100,000 on YouTube.
yeah.
But nope.
Quadruple
nope.
kill.
Quad kill. How'd you do that? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
how'd you do that? Whoa.
So
the fuck?
at the same time, you know, with Halo, I guess trying to preserve people from, or I guess shield them from toxic people. What about Battlefield not having a scoreboard? What's that all
That's
about?
kinda-
Oh my
that's
god,
just kinda
that's such a
unorthodox
pain
as
in the
fuck.
ass.
Can we talk about
I
that
don't
for a
know.
second? I mean, when does the
That might
game
be
end?
that might be the opposite of a selling point.
I mean,
I feel like
That- I-
people,
how do you feel that you did in the game?
no, I need that validation. Not gonna lie. I'm not one of those fuckers like, yeah, I'm just here. No, I need, like, I am here to have fun, but I want to know if I'm doing good, bro.
Oh,
no, no,
okay.
no.
Well, what you just said, that's gonna bring me to not Cold War, Call of Duty, because you get to vote your MVP at the end of the game.
Oh yeah,
What?
I'll always vote my homie as the MVP. I think that could be cool, kind of cool.
That's easy to determine. Like
Unless
with
everyone's
the
toxic, and then I'm like,
numbers.
oh, I'm just voting for
And there
myself.
probably will be. They probably
Yeah,
will
I'm
be
like, I'm just
toxic.
voting
That's
for
what I'm saying. That was
team
basically what I
sucks,
was
I'm
getting
just-
at.
I'm the MVP.
I'm the MVP. Exactly. Like everybody thinks they're the MVP, so everybody gets one vote.
Yeah, I can see that now. Yeah, because I can see how it sounded good in the boardroom, but now I think
I'm
about
like,
it, I'm like, yeah,
that's-
that's terrible.
I'm like, why do it at all, man? It's like, why not
Like,
just
yeah,
have
I
the
could-
person that did the best be the best and show them?
playing with
Really,
my bros,
really
I'm playing with-
smashing our faces into the identity politics.
That's what
you
I'm
know?
saying. Hey, it's
Who
a
do you like the
democracy.
most,
Everybody
you know?
everybody gets a vote. Who
I
Good
want to
game,
go
huh?
in and just try and tell the funniest jokes, and see if I can get an MVP.
right?
I want to play like average,
Terrible.
you know,
Mhm.
but I want to be as funny as I can
Moral
possibly be.
support.
Yeah.
No, you
And
would
if
be
they're like-
MVP though. Maybe you in a real life scenario, if you were being like that and you were just making the team happy, you'd probably be MVP.
Yeah. But
See, it's arbitrary.
well, that's
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's not even skill anymore. It's just
Yeah.
like it's just your individuality at that point.
I feel like it used to be. I feel like I kind of like, but I dislike just because I'm traditionalist when it comes to games.
hmm
That they're making kills matter less and less as games go on.
It's all about participation.
Yeah,
Did you
I
show
think-
up?
Because it used to be like, oh, participation trophy, oh, fuck. But they're doing it pretty tastefully. Like, okay, maybe I can guard the dude with the ball. If I'm doing good in the game, I get good points. You know what I mean?
hmm
I think something that highlights that a lot is the fact that in the progression system in Halo, the achievement you get the most for getting 50 experience points is play one round of
Yeah.
Right.
such and such, and it's not even like a one-time
that, though. That's like a
daily.
medal.
It's
Every
it's like
game.
you get it every
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. Musa sends his regards.
I wanna
Every game.
earn something. That being said, you know, Like,
Right.
I want
Yeah.
some things given, some things earned. That I want to balance. I don't want to know what's given to me, but I want to know what's earned to me.
hmm
What's earned by me, you know?
Well, in Battlefield, you don't have a scoreboard, so you just gotta kind of wait it out. So,
That's ass.
which I don't
Not even
get.
after the game.
Not a yeah,
Provides tactical information too.
Nah, I don't
but
like that.
yeah, no
exactly.
score. You don't know how well your team's doing. You don't even know if you're on a
That's-
trash team or not.
That's a bad strategy because remember that game we were playing Capture the Flag? I was like, something tells me to like revolve our strategy around this guy that we're in the game with. I
Mhm.
don't know him,
hmm
but do it.
Mhm.
Only reason that my thought of that validated that was he was doing good on the scoreboards. You know,
Yeah.
if I couldn't
Yes.
validate his performance on the scoreboard, I probably would have never said that. I wouldn't know what was going
And-
on. I wouldn't have followed him.
And because we couldn't communicate with him and we were too worried about doing our own shit to like watch his patterns, the scoreboard told you all that shit.
Yep.
And it's like, hey, let's just support this guy we can't communicate with. He's doing
Yeah,
well. And
he
then
was
we
doing
started
awesome.
winning.
Yeah,
He was
that's
awesome.
intel that I
Right.
think is needed.
Me and him captured the flag in like first 5 minutes
Mhm.
just by
Yep.
walking. Like we were walking to the left, got the flag, I supported him back, easy. I was like, damn, he's pretty fucking good. Because you know you'll play with somebody else,
hmm
and there's just paths to the flags you shouldn't take, and you'll see him take those paths. Like when you start the game, it's a gamble taking that launch
Oh yeah,
because you can
You're
be bird
exposed.
picked easily. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
easily.
Because that's exactly what I do. You'll run into somebody like me. I'll see you launching. I'm walking to where you're launching to. Now you have no control over your movement. You're
I
fucked.
feel like you have more control when you
Yeah.
go underneath.
That's exactly what the guy that I was talking about did,
Mhm.
and that's
Yeah.
how I like he was validating everything. Like he was
Mhm.
moving perfectly.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
those wing positions are really just there to support the ones moving underneath. And
Yeah.
that's how those guys right before we hopped off were playing. They would have a couple guys on the wings just pressuring us, shooting us, making us not feel safe moving, and then they would have some dude slink up out of nowhere and grab the flag, and then the guys on the side would just keep shooting us because they
No.
were getting kills on us from that distance.
The parts of the maps that are slept on that'll get you some good kills are the corners where those rocks are.
Oh yeah, plenty of
Those
sniper.
rocks.
It's like a sniper city over there.
Because you can almost have cover from that center point from every direction. Because there's rarely gonna be someone behind you. That's the end of the map.
hmm
But if somebody's shooting you from the left, you can just rotate to the right. Somebody's shooting you from the right, you can rotate to the left. And if you're getting
Yeah.
closed on, you can just pray that you get your shields back before they get too close. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have the edge.
It's like,
you have
bro-
the edge of the map to your back, so that's not
Yeah,
bad.
edge of the map is the OP position. Like I know the wings seem good, but bro, you're gonna slant. Like the only place they can run is that spire thing where the
sniper?
the sniper
Yep.
is exactly. That's the
Mhm.
only place they can run. Inside of that, which is like a death valley, you'll die if you get shot in that.
I've
Or you
killed
can
plenty of
jump
people.
out of it.
I've killed plenty of people like just peeping their head out of that thing. The spire.
Exactly. It's a death valley. You're not supposed to go in it. You're supposed to get the sniper, get out.
Yeah, people hang out there,
I
man.
would
They think it's a
Yeah,
sniper's nest. I'm like, no, it isn't.
Yeah, no, bro.
Sometimes I'll
You'll
just
get-
run by that and throw a grenade into it.
Oh
It
yeah,
was like 'cause they
yeah, you'll
they
get
think
something.
they're like they think that the objective is just to shoot and kill, but they forget the survive part. That was like when the sniper shot me that one time, and I was like, oh, he thinks he's good, and I came back out and I
Mhm.
popped him in the head while he was just standing in the same place. I was like, no, he's not that good, because you can't do. There's more to the game than doing just that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what
yeah.
freaks me out is whenever I see people either like when we're playing capture the flag and I just see everyone go, and I'm just kind of like, oh fuck, you know?
I guess I'll hang back.
Yeah, and like I guess I'm defending. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Because every time you're not defending is the time they just run in and
come.
grab it. If everyone's going and grabbing the flag, then we all die going and getting for their flag while they have one guy grab our flag and start running back while we respawn, and then we have to all chase him.
Yep.
That being said, I feel like a lot of people don't even realize the flag's the objective when I'm playing with them.
Well, that
Yeah.
just goes back to the hey, let's just play Slayer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I
feel
want
like
those
those are the
guys to
people.
just go
They need
play
to
their
go,
fucking
yeah.
Slayer, man. I
well,
want them to get the fuck out, and I want to play with objective guys.
they gotta wait, man. They gotta wait like the rest of us. So
Yeah.
until then,
Yeah.
they're just gonna have Slayer their way.
Well,
So
either way, fuck them.
yeah. I mean,
Nah, shit.
That's not a measured response.
I mean,
Fuck.
honestly, man, the what's it called? I'm not sure. Well, yeah, they said 9 months for Forge, so I'm not sure when the playlists, whatever, for Halo, if they're going to do separate playlists or just add more content and stuff. I've not seen that in my homework that I provided for everybody. All I see is what people are speculating on.
I don't even listen. I just wait, man, because nobody knows. And even if they do know, they can be susceptible to change. So
Yeah.
it's to the point. This is the full game to me. You can say whatever, they can say whatever they want. Even the campaign itself is a DLC.
I
So
think
it's
they
like, I
kind
got
of
the game.
Yeah, they kind of did say that there wasn't going to be any day one changes in the
I-
multiplayer. I do remember them saying that.
Yeah.
I
So it's
saw
like-
an article that was like, no matter what you say, like Infinite is out, and
It's out.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's out.
This is
Here it
it.
is.
Yeah.
They're just gonna
Like,
add to it now. Like, but
Add
this
to
is
it,
it.
take from it. But yeah, exactly. That when the game comes out, it's out. Call it what you want. Beta, alpha, blah blah. It's out.
And honestly,
Mhm.
that's why I feel like Halo has kind of like the brightest of these three games, the future,
Yeah.
because it already has the gameplay locked down. It already has, I can't really say that there's a map that I hate on there. But at the same time, I haven't played all the maps. I've only just played ranked, which is limited to certain maps, whatever. But as far as the gameplay, I feel like they got that down packed. Now, if they just want to add to it, I think it can only go up from there. As far as Call of Duty, I'm just gonna skip it. That's how I feel about it. You guys might feel different, but it's just not for me. Battlefield, I've never really been a Battlefield guy, but I think that Battlefield is probably the only other game besides Halo that could probably get better from development.
Yeah.
They just got to keep listening to what people are saying and just fix it bit by bit. Don't do one massive patch and be like, we're done. Like, literally just stay on top of it, stay in the forums, and just stay connected to what people are saying, because I mean, people wouldn't
feel like-
complain if they didn't want it to be a good game.
Yeah, I feel like they could do. Are we going into Halo soon? We already talked about Halo a lot. We'll probably still talk about it more, but we're talking about Battlefield at the moment. Like, if they could just make it so that, I don't know, the game doesn't recognize a building as the ground, so hovercrafts can't just slide up it.
They
That
definitely need
seems like a simple fix,
I would say so. I feel like that the what was it? Because I saw a hovercraft actually fly into a helicopter, like literally flying now. I was like, I don't know
they're
if it does that.
destructible. Shouldn't they honestly like be made of voxels and not like the same shit as the ground, like in the system?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's supposed to be made to crack apart. Like, but going back to that, that's what we expect. Like,
There was a balancing issue with the weapons too, as far as like a rocket launcher, it took I think like 3 to 4 shots, whereas a sniper rifle took like 3 shots, and it was it blew up a tank, and I was like, huh? Like, what? Like, I
doesn't
literally,
the hovercraft also take like
realistic.
3 rockets?
yeah, they basically said that the sniper rifle was better than shooting it with a rocket, which I was like, that's backwards.
So realistic. That's how they did it back in the day.
Yeah, of course.
As long
Like,
as you
I-
aim for the weak spot, I guess.
Just the gas.
Ev-
Shoot the gas tank. It'll blow up.
There you go.
That's-
I don't know
that's-
why we're no longer in the days where every sniper is really a reincarnation of Robin Hood and can hit a weak point on any enemy vehicle. Why?
Yeah.
How? What changed? Huh?
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't
Where
know.
have the days gone?
The games are really taking a toll. That's all I'm saying. It's really going downhill.
I mean,
I
if
don't
you're
even
if-
like playing
if
this
you-
if
game.
you're
anymore, man.
trying to protect the feelings of the people that are not in tanks, and you're trying to make it easier for them to destroy it, I guess that's how they balance it. I guess. I don't know.
Thank God,
Man.
sniper rifles.
Look, it is what it is. It's Battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Battlefield. Battlefield is crazy too. That's
what
what's
it
weird is like that's the expectation, but not like just broken crazy.
Mhm.
That's
Like-
what I like about Battlefield.
Like
though.
kind of broken crazy. There's lots of funny glitches
Mhm.
or even cool glitches.
'Cause it's like
But
it's a
there's nothing
tank.
like this.
Yeah, but
sucks ass
Cyberpunk
repeatedly.
had funny glitches though. Like
did.
people played it just for that, and they'd stream it just for that. You know, because
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
but
comedy.
I saw a lot of shit break.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
So
Battlefield expert here. I've played since 1942. I will feel free to chime in, man. We'll try and fit your comments into the conversation. Two of us are streaming though, so we might have people from both sides. That'd be hard to do. I just got here. I wish Battlefield was better for the new game. Yeah, we all do, dude.
mm.
We all do. That's what we've been talking about for the past 2 hours.
I mean, if it's newer, it should have, it should basically build upon what's already came. But like I said, there's already been over 100 like devs that have left DICE. So that's
Mhm.
why you have this like crazy change in quality, in almost kind of different direction and almost kind of like more modern, I keep wanting to say Apex Legends, but freaking Fortnite style.
You think it's because the new style of developers that are probably coming out of college and putting in these applications are just influenced differently than the ones that were in the past that are just out like now leaving? You know?
I would say so. I mean, out of the 100 employees, because it was a list, dude. I didn't link that video to you guys, but it was a list of over 100 developers that had been with DICE for from everywhere from 4 years up to 23 years. And
yeah,
I mean, you got people that are leaving that were there from the very beginning, and it's an entire culture that is leaving. So when an entire culture leaves a game, it's like Bungie and 343. It's like,
Fall of Rome.
yeah, I mean, you can't stay on top forever. You can't have the best game that sets the world on fire. You're gonna eventually fall off, and and people are gonna notice. People that were there from the start. So
Yeah.
Project Red.
yeah.
Project C.
That's what I think is kind of the turning point. I feel like with all three of these games is that you're gonna have people. Yeah, not everybody's gonna be happy with the changes. There are always gonna be people that are gonna want to have the same game over and over again. But then there are people that want to have a faster game or have a more evolved experience. And but at the same time, it's like you're not even getting a full game. So it's like let's just go back to basics. Let's get a full game.
Yeah.
At
Get a full
release.
game out.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know why. I feel like it should be easier than it is to like do the next thing with the bones of a previous thing.
Mhm.
Like even if the engines are like so updated, you're not able to just like plop it in there, and just update stuff. Like I don't know why. Like I feel like they don't go into the previous thing and go, all right, I like this. I want to keep that. Let's keep this and keep everything that keeps the essence of the game, which for a game developer, I imagine is a lot easier to identify than us fucking nerds on the internet,
well, what was it?
and then just keep it.
Battlefield 5 had the Frostbite engine from 2016, and I think from that transition to the next game, they were like, okay, this stuff is starting to feel outdated, and that's why they updated their systems and stuff, But yeah, all the way up to
Yeah.
Battlefield 5, they were working from something from years back,
So
It's just to
so how come
compete.
an older engine that was able to make buildings fall down and shit, the new one can't do it? Why? Why?
Yeah.
Wah.
Well, there's always
Wow.
Battlefield Portal. That's kind of the answer. That's the short answer to everybody's question right now. It's like, hey, you want custom games? You want the keys to the kingdom? Here, we'll let you play the old games, and you guys can have all the Levolution you want. You can have, all the modes you miss. Sorry, but here you go.
Sorry.
We
Ooh,
tried.
sorry,
We tried
sorry.
something new with the new team, the new development team that that we have, and if you don't like it, there's always Portal, And I kind of feel like that's kind of I mean,
That's outdated as fuck to me. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I mean, I guess that's gonna what's called satisfy the nostalgia portion for some people, but for people that are wanting a fresh experience, yeah, that's not gonna cut it for them.
Yeah, I'll be the devil's advocate. I always hated Portal. I always hated Portal. I kind of enjoyed Left 4 Dead, but I remember getting bored of it really quickly every time
Are you
I played it.
talking
You're talking about
are you talking
Portal
about
Portal? No, I'm talking about Battlefield
the
Portal.
game Portal? We're talking
Oh
about the
yeah, I
game
thought you
mode.
were talking about those guys.
No,
like,
I'm
bro,
talking about
No.
Battlefield Portal. Battlefield Portal is
The custom game mode.
yeah.
So I was like, let me help you sink the point in.
That's why you shouldn't name your game mode after a fucking
yeah.
other
that's-
game.
You know
yeah.
what you made me do? Now you made me slander Portal.
You
but
were
I
like,
did
why
always
are we
hate Portal.
talking about a puzzle game when we're talking about shooters? And like,
Yeah, I was
no,
kinda
it's a
confused,
feature,
so I was like-
dude.
It's like it only had a Portal gun. It didn't even have that many variety. If
There
we're gonna
were-
put it
there
in
were
that
I
no-
sense,
really
you know?
should have just let you go,
Only-
man. I should just let you keep going.
Only Gladys
I
had
would've.
guns.
Yeah.
I would have, bro. I was gonna go into Left 4 Dead, but no, you
Mm,
don't gotta get into all that.
yeah. Man,
Yeah.
no,
I've
but-
also been at it for 2 hours.
yeah. No, it's
Boy.
honestly, man. I as far as wrapping things up, dude. I think it's kind of a I guess I don't want to speak for you guys, but out of the three, right now, my money is going to Halo Infinite. I'm not
Yeah.
saying all of my money. I'm
Mhm.
just saying
Mine already did.
when I get yours already did. I'm going to basically hold out until a full game is actually released. That's when I pay for games, when a full game is out. And
Yeah, that's when I use my wallet money. I use gambling money to buy.
I mean, sure, the game might be dead by the time the game is fully released, or the player base might not be where it's at. It might be the most where it is right now, but for me, it's like I'm not there's not enough what's called stuff to warrant a mission, for me to
Yeah.
drop some money on it. The cost
Yeah,
of admission
With
is
the
not,
price
is
of
not there yet.
admission.
Yes, there you go. That's I was trying to. Thank you.
Yeah.
But as far as Call of Duty, skipping it for the next one.
Always.
I will definitely look forward to Modern Warfare 2, the remastered version. Battlefield, I was never really a Battlefield guy. I played Battlefield 3 like a long time ago. Enjoyed the hell out of it. But that's another game I'll pass. So
Sorry about the thumbnail viewers. We needed the Vanguard one for the symmetry and the color palette. I'm sure you understand.
Well, I mean, I wanted to give it a fair shot. I'm sure you guys probably had some experience with it or whatever. But I mean, I told
know
myself when Cold War was out that, hey, Vanguard comes out, Treyarch's doing the zombies. I feel good about that. But then I was like, let me just hold off. And I held off, and I'm so glad that I did, because this is the worst zombies experience in Call of Duty history. So I'm so glad I dodged that bullet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hate to see it too.
yeah, because
Yeah.
dude, Treyarch used to be on top as far as a Call of Duty developer. Now they're at the fucking garbage right now. Now everybody's looking towards Infinity Ward, which Infinity Ward made Call of Duty 4. That was the game I played after Halo. So
I think if somehow like all of these games were good and had like enough enough of the problems for us to like play them and have no major concerns,
Mhm.
I would go to Halo for one, nostalgia, two, I've had plenty of Call of Duty and Battlefield, dude.
Mhm.
It's been a while since I had me some good Halo.
yeah.
And I don't know, it feels like like it's gonna be the last Halo we get too, So I don't know, and that's definitely like if all these games didn't have all these fucking problems, and Halo didn't already obviously stand ahead of the other two, and it was like a tougher conversation to have,
Mhm.
I'd be like, I'm going with Halo because it's a more interesting, fresher experience,
Mhm.
and it's nostalgic.
Mhm. Yeah.
And Battlefield doesn't even have destructible buildings.
Well, not yet. They might have it somewhere down the line. We'll see. What about you, Tay?
Yes.
Where you stand on all this?
I like Halo. I don't like the Call of Duty.
It's-
Battlefield is in. I mean, I'll play it if you bring it to me, but I wouldn't really buy it. I have nothing against it though.
Mhm.
I just want to see buildings fall on people.
it has the potential to get better down the line, but until that happens,
That'll be a groundbreaking change though, to go from no buildings falling to buildings falling. You know what I mean?
that's true. It's almost like a whole
That'd be
nother
wild.
development cycle, almost.
Exactly. That's
So,
I don't know how long that takes, but it seems like that'll take what, half a year?
mhm.
That's simple, but it seems like a half a year thing. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, they have a year because I feel like every game has a year to either grow their base or completely die out.
Look at No Man's Sky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I think it is still kind of boring. Still, I don't know. I've seen some gameplay of it recently, but that's another story.
Yeah. All right, so that's 3 votes for Halo, and yeah,
And everything else gets executed. Yep.
yeah. So
It's the wall for the other games.
yeah, there you have it, everybody. I hope we didn't step on any toes. I hope you guys still, make the decisions on, based on what games you like. But for us, Halo.
And fuck Portal. Seriously, that game was so boring. God damn.
Yeah.
I liked Portal. I played a
even know-
lot of Portal.
I don't know how.
I like Portal.
don't know.
I like Portal and Portal 2. So
I don't know how you guys like Portal, bro.
yeah.
Those Source games to me, bro. I fucked with Left 4 Dead, and even Left 4 Dead, I got bored really quickly. Team Fortress
Maybe we'll
2
talk
was,
about
like, the
reasons we
best.
like those games in the next episode
Yeah.
Of
so that'll go
Streamosphere.
on.
Absolutely.
of Streamosphere.
Yeah, see you guys next time. Definitely, it's gonna be. I think that's a good idea. We should probably tackle zombie games because zombie games are,
Oh, I've got someone in my chat who'd be fucking thrilled to hear us talk about that.
I mean, we could still include Call of Duty in the conversation, but I mean, you got what's the one? Because I have a couple zombie games. I have Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2. What's the other one?
Dying Light,
What's that sniper? I can't.
Sniper Elite,
Not it's Sniper Elite, but it's the zombie version of it.
the Hitler one with the Nazi zombies.
Yeah, I have that one, and then I also have what's that one? Red Dead Redemption, the zombie version of
Ooh,
that.
that was the best.
Yes. So yeah, you guys stay hyped. We're gonna be talking about zombies next
Yep.
episode, probably in a month from now. Let's just gather some more intel and yeah. So, but yeah,
Spoiler alert, Red Dead will be up there. My bad.
oh yeah, hey. But yeah, it was a good conversation. I know Blurwolf said that he was coming. I'm gonna have to talk to him about that, about not showing up. Oh wait, here he said, sorry, Camp Hustle might join soon. I keep getting busy. My bad. That was 6:16. That was like 4 minutes
Sure.
ago. Well, sorry, Blurwolf. I guess we'll have to catch you on the next one. But no, good talk, guys. I hope we were able to shed light on certain games that people were thinking about buying, thinking about investing their time into, and if it helps grow the game that we like, and we see more of these people joining the game, it's all better for it. So,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me on this conversation, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Before we leave, Colossus, if you wouldn't mind letting my audience know about your channel and what they can look forward to seeing from you, and also Tay as well, if you want to plug your YouTube channel or Twitch.
Yeah, so my name is Logan Presley. I also go by Colossus TV on Twitch. You can find me at twitch.tv/Colossus TV. There you can also find my link tree. I'm on Twitter. I'm on a whole bunch of different social platforms. Yes, give me a follow if you like talking about social issues, playing games, and generally having a good time. I also make jokes.
Awesome.
Draco Malfoy is here with me. You're gonna have to come see the stream to know what I mean.
I have seen that stream, so I can attest it. It's pretty hilarious. And Tay, tell us about plug your channel for us. Sell us on you.
I play games at Cheap Grams on YouTube. No space, just Cheap Grams, like bad weed, and
The
yeah,
unit of measurement.
the units of measurements. And I have a podcast called Moonface Podcast. It's inconsistent, but it's getting there. Check it
I'm
out.
on that too.
He's on that.
Hey,
Yeah.
maybe I'll be a guest on that sometime.
So done diddly do. That's me. What about you?
Well, I mean, this is Camp Hustle. I mean, you guys have seen me on Colossus's channel a couple times. I don't know if you're lucky enough to see me, but yeah, big Call of Duty Halo player. I love first-person shooters. It's the best way to relieve stress, and also play, you know, a little bit of Among Us from time to time. You know, make sure that my craftiness level is still at level 11, and no, I'm definitely coming out some more tech videos. I have a dual monitor video that I've been working on for forever. Should be dropping pretty soon. And yeah, so that's all for right now. And but yeah, look forward to the next episode of Streamosphere. So you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
All right, you too, man.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Boom. And we're off.